And we are live. We are live, people. Welcome back to the channel. Sorry for the delay. As usual, some technical difficulties, people. Wow. Big up everybody already in the chat. We are, 13 minutes away from kickoff, people. The second game of the season. You can feel the excitement. Can you? I don't know, people. I don't know. I think a lot of people, as usual, will be disappointed with the team selection today. I don't even need to read the chat to know, to absolutely categorically know. A lot of people will be disappointed that Sesko does not start today, people. He doesn't start. To be honest, guys, I'm going to put my feelings to the side. I did say in my preview yesterday, Friday, the team that you see on your screen, I got every single person right, but I said, do not be surprised if this manager starts that fluid front three again. And no target man, no striker. And that is exactly what he has done, people. We don't get what we want, We wanted a striker. We got a striker. He's been here for 3 weeks, training with the squad, training with the team, and still the manager is persisting with a fluid front three and not the striker. Let's see what the chat is saying. Big up Jerry in the chat. Jerry says Sesko hat-trick. It doesn't look like it, Jerry. It doesn't look like it. He's not even starting. Big up British Bulldog in the chat as well. Yeah, I'm not going to lie, guys. Through most of the, let's say, a month and a half since a lot of you started watching this channel, started connecting with me on this channel, I believe, in my opinion, I have been very easy on the manager. If you are watching my watchalongs last year, and you know my watchalongs weren't getting any views last year, but if you're watching my watch along last year, you would know that I've been very critical of this manager. This summer, I've held back my criticisms because he hasn't played any matches. He hasn't been playing. And so we've been focusing on transfers and getting players in. Now that the transfer window is ended and he has got his players in, we're now going to have to start talking about this manager again. And if I'm not going to lie, guys, what I saw last season from him, some of his team selections, some of his decisions, some of his substitutions, it wasn't good. It wasn't good. And I understand he didn't have the players available. I understand he didn't have his own play, all of these things. But my thing was always this with this manager. He should be doing better with what he has. Yes, he doesn't have his tools, but you still have some tools. Therefore, you can still fix some of the problems. That is my issue with this manager. I don't trust him. I don't trust him. So anyway, Ruben Amorim has come out and he says, I must be cautious because Benjamin Sesko will be our striker for many years. We need to instill this in his mind and let him adapt, stay calm and enjoy because he's truly obsessed. So he said this about Sesko. I don't know how that or what part that plays in him not starting or starting, if I'm being honest with you guys. But perhaps the only thing I can think of, guys, is perhaps he is protecting Sesko a little bit. But then the question you have to ask yourself is, we spent a lot of money on this player to come in. We're getting rid of our number one striker. We're getting rid of him and we're bringing in another striker. It isn't about, we can be cautious with him, right, and still play him. It's not one or the other. It's not, let's not play him because we're being cautious because he's our striker for many years. Potentially. Also, as much as I'm complaining, this is kind of what they should have done with Højlund. Remember, I keep saying Højlund was a developmental striker and he was brought in to not come in straight away, to kind of learn, right? Essentially, they're almost doing the right thing, but at the wrong time. What they're doing with Sesko, as it appears to be, is not just throwing him in, right? Not rushing him in. This is how they should have handled Højlund in the first place. However, now Sesko is, for me, a level above Højlund, so we can throw Sesko in. He needs to learn somehow, right? So it's almost as if he's saying kind of the things we wanted to hear, but we kind of wish this was Højlund 2-3 years ago that we were being cautious with, and we kind of wish we had a main striker for Højlund to learn off. Right now, we don't actually have a striker per se, right? We're getting rid of Højlund. So I did warn you guys that this manager might play a fluid front three. I did say I'm getting used to the way he thinks. He's a very, very cautious manager. What we thought we were going to get with him, very attacking, Man United style. Man United, we take risks. That's what we do as a football club. We always take risks. We're always on the front foot. This manager, starting defenders as wing backs rather than attacking players all last season, up until towards like the middle of last season when he started playing Ahmad. He's very negative, very, very negative. And that's my issue with this manager overall. He's a very negative manager. And that's not what I thought I was going to get with him. I thought I was going to get a lot of optimistic attacking play. Anyway, let's see what you guys are saying before we move on. I think most of you guys are just talking about the fact that Sesko's not starting. I don't think British Bulldog is happy. No, British Bulldog is not happy at all. Yeah, we need the manager out. Yeah, British Bulldog is not happy. And Flappy Bird in goal. I did say, guys, let's pay attention to who he chooses to be in goal next game. He says Onana is fit and Onana is ready, right? And he still started buying there, guys. This is it. It's done for Onana. I did say I'm going to reserve judgment until I see what happens in the next game. Onana is our number one goalkeeper. He is. He is. And clearly the manager is saying to Onana, I do not want you. I've started buying there 2 games in a row. You are fit. You are ready to go. And I've still started buying there. It is over for Andre Onana at this football club. It is. I wanted to reserve. I said, let's wait and see what happens. This will tell us everything. If your number one goalkeeper is fit and ready and you still play your number 2, that's a big, 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 big issue. So we also know that Lammens has been dropped from the Belgium team, his team today, I believe, for their game. So I think the Lammens deal should happen, should finish. I think the only thing that's happening now with the Lammens deal is the fact that, as usual, clubs are adding the Manchester United tax. I think we were going in around 20 million euros, but I believe that the club, once again, is increasing the fee on us, giving us that Manchester United tax. That is what's going on with Lammens. I think there is a Manchester United tax being added, and we're like, why you keep adding why are you doing the Brentford on us? Why are you doing this? That's what I think. But I believe this deal will happen. Buying there is clearly favoured over Onana. We've got the sample size now. I just wanted the sample size to see, and we have the sample size to see. So more faith in buying there than Onana. Onana is done. Onana is right now second choice, maybe even third choice right now. It's over. So that's definitely something big. What else is there before the game starts? Many said, Cunha's come out and said that many said we played better versus Arsenal, but I'm not the type to be satisfied with that. I'd rather play poorly and win. I like that about Cunha, in a way. He's like, I don't care if we played better. Yes, whatever, but we lost against Arsenal, and we shouldn't have lost, and I want to win. What I need now for Man United, right? Cunha is basically taking up the Bruno role. What Bruno Fernandes should have been as a number 10 in terms of turning with the ball, dribbling with the ball, playing between the lines, that's a number 10. Bruno Fernandes was never a number 10. And this sort of maverick role to sort of superstar role, it needs to now move from Bruno to Cunha. Bruno needs to be phased out of the team. If it is true that Saudi are offering 100 million again for Bruno, please, Man United, think about taking that money. Bruno is not a 10. He's never been a 10. He's played in a 10 role for Manchester United, but he doesn't possess the qualities that likes of Cunha and other 10s. He can't even dribble. For me, If you are a number 10, i.e. the maverick playmaker of the team, you have to be able to dribble. You have to be a good dribbler. Bruno can't dribble at all. He can move across the grass with the ball, but he doesn't dribble. He's not a dribbler. So he's never been a number 10, despite the fact we played him as a 10. He's essentially an 8, but in this system, he doesn't fit the system. He doesn't fit any of the 10 positions. He's been moved out of those positions for Cunha and Bumo, and he doesn't really fit the double pivot position. He's not disciplined enough. He's cost us the last 2 games. He's cost us the last game with that bad touch and pass to Len Euro that went out for the corner. And he also cost us the Europa League final with his bad touch and bad pass that led to the own goal that we scored. Bruno has. I think Bruno's also reached a place in his career where you can't criticize him. He's automatically going to win the player of the year. Last year, he was really bad last year. We finished 15th and he was really bad, but he was voted the player of the year. I think the fan base either really love him and think he's the best thing since sliced bread, or like me, you look at him, you look at his numbers, you look at his stats, and you think his stats are amazing. His stats are very, very good. But when you actually watch him play and watch him give the ball away and give the ball away and hoof the ball in the air and do all the things he does, you realize, hold on a second, he's almost like a net negative. His stats are really good. When they say he's a stat padder, it is true. He gets good stats. He knows how to get good stats. He spams the ball into the box all the time. But he also puts us under a lot of pressure. He leaves Casemiro in the midfield all alone, constantly. If we can get £100 million for Bruno Fernandes, I encourage the club to do it. He's been a good servant for the club, but this will never be a proper rebuild until we get rid of all the players that were responsible, that were part of this club for the last 4 or 5 years, that led us to where we are. All of them have to go. The Rashfords, the Brunos, they all have to go. Even the Mason Mounts. I want, for this to be a rebuild I truly believe in, we need to get Adam Wharton and Baleba in our midfield, and we need to phase out Bruno Fernandes. Anyway, time is coming. The match is about to kick off, people. We were also offered Evil Saka, Tyreek George, and we said no. That's also a story, guys. But as part of the Garnacho deal, yeah, it's not going to work, is it? All right, let's go, people. All right, let's get some optimism. That's all the negativity out of the way. The lineup is negative. Onana doesn't start. So the manager's also taking a risk right there. If Bayindir makes another mistake and we lose because of a Bayindir error, the manager is going to get it. It is a risk, despite how bad Onana is, right? Because, to be honest, they're both not good goalkeepers, guys. I don't rate either of them. But the manager is taking a risk. No striker again. But we're here, guys. Literally seconds from kickoff. Let's go, people. Big up TK in the chat, bro. Big up. TK, what time is it? What time is it? It's probably like, what, 10 in the morning for you right now, TK? I don't like Craven Cottage, people. I'm not going to lie. Craven Cottage, yeah. I always feel like I don't like stadiums or pitches where I feel like the audience is too close to the side of the pitch, where there's no sort of room. It feels too enclosed. And also, I'm not a fan of these like little smaller pitches, because when you look at Old Trafford, the Old Trafford pitch is huge, guys. It's a bigger pitch. And the Old Trafford pitch as well, the grass is in squares. And I mean, this grass is in squares too, but I don't know, man. I just don't like Craven Cottage at all. There we go. 1 minute gone already. Big up the chat as always. TK says it's 8:30 a.m. Here we go. Here we go. Oh, Cunha shot early on, 1 minute. If this is start of things to come. That's really good. I would have passed it to Mbumo. What do you guys think? That shot from Cunha, should he have laid it off to Mbumo on the right hand side? But I don't mind. Get a shot off early. 1 minute. Feel the ball under your feet. You know. British Bulldog says we need more number 10s. There we go. This is a decent start for Man United. Oh, you got to score. Unlucky Cunha. Oh, much better start. Much better start for Man United. Unlucky Cunha hit the post. Oh, unlucky guys. Good play. Good play for Man United. Good interchange. Unlucky Mbumo. I did say, guys, that the fluid front three, there are pros and cons. If you checked out my tactical analysis, I did say it does work, but at the same time, it doesn't work in other areas. Where it works is overcrowding the midfield and giving us numbers in the midfield. When it works, it is all about the fact that it's fluid. You're constantly moving. So who are they marking? It's hard to mark a Cunha, a Mount, and an Mbumo all running at you, different angles, running at you in different spaces. But at the same time, we don't have a target man. So there's pros and cons, bro. There's pros and cons. But right now, we're moving the ball quickly. That's nice. That's rough. That's nice. Much better. Give it. Much better. Well done. Well done. Like I said, I was impressed with the way that we played against Arsenal. I was impressed by the fact that we'd never have more possession than Arsenal. Not even at Old Trafford. We hardly ever get more possession than Arsenal. Much better passing. Much better. Keeping the ball. Not bad. Not bad, people. TK says Luke Shaw's extra large shirt looks tight. Oh, man. Oh, unlucky Dorgu. Really bad cross there. To get your technique, man. You could have controlled the ball. You didn't need to rush it there, Dorgu. But so far, Dorgu's always... Listen, that run, yeah, from outside to in on that left channel, I need, Ahmad to do that run as well. I really do. I really do. British Bulldog says, I feel bad seeing Sesko on the bench like that when he needed to find a house. Not fair on him. TK says, all this United pressure. Watch Fulham score on a garbage set play. I hope not, man. I hope not, man. I hope not. Like I said, one of our issues last season wasn't our bad defending. It wasn't our bad defending. It was that we couldn't score. And the more of a threat we are going forward, right? Because we weren't a threat going forward last season. That's why teams scored against us as well. After like 10 or 15 minutes here of Man United attacking last season, and when teams realised that we got nothing, we're not potent up front, it was easier to attack against us. Because we didn't offer anything going forward. I think now that we can offer a bit more going forward, I'm not sure we're going to concede the same amount of goals. I think automatically we'll be better defensively because we'll keep the ball. Hopefully, this is all me hoping, based on what I'm seeing. Hopefully we keep the ball better. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. British Bulldog Amram is already teaching them to play with no striker. Bad manager. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting. I always think about, so what's training like then? If we start with the fluid front three, is he constantly training with the fluid front three? But to be fair, Sesko can drop off. Sesko, even though Sesko can play the target man thing, he can. Sesko can do the Xerxes thing, not like Xerxes, but he can drop off and like float around. For Leipzig, he played as a second striker. But yeah, we need to see Sesko on the pitch, man. Bring it in field, that's nice. Big up Milton in the chat. Big up everybody. British Bulldog is making me laugh in the chat, you know. Yo, BB, you're funny, you know. BB's not happy at all. The thing is, yeah, BB, because I kind of figured out, like I said in my preview, I said, hold it a second. The man just started the Fluid front three. He played it twice in pre-season. He loves Mason Mount like his son. Mason Mount is his son. Just like Mason Mount was Ten Hag's son. Mason Mount's everybody's son. I feel like we need to get rid of Mason Mount. If we get rid of Mason Mount, it will stop him from playing. I also spoke about Mason Mount's relationship with Dorgu forming over on the left-hand side. You can't really ignore that. So, yeah. Because I've kind of come to terms with it, British Bulldog, I'm not as annoyed as you, but I'm still frustrated, bro. Fulham for us is a great matchup to see where we are really at. The mid-table clubs, we need to separate ourselves from them. Exactly, TK. There needs to be a level between us and the mid-table teams like Fulham. And we need to see it clearly. And in the first 8 minutes, considering that Fulham are the home team, they haven't even been in our half of football. They haven't been in our half in the first 8 minutes, really. They haven't got out yet. And these are all things that we weren't doing last season. So far, decent. Not great, but decent. Yeah, we got Mason Mount and then Bumo in the goal kick. I like to look at the formation, the system. Then we got Cunha dropping in. I want to see how we play out from the back today as well. Because right now, Bruno and Casemiro are literally right next to each other. That's what I want to see. I keep telling you guys, for this two in the midfield to work, we have to have the two midfielders in sync next to each other, playing together. We can't be having Casemiro by himself in that midfield. Run, overlap. Oh, lucky. Yeah, I mean, that overlap was obvious. It was read like a book. Milton says, it's nice. Bruno. All right. 2 shots on goal. We're warming up. See what Dorgy... Give it. What's Luke Shaw doing? Luke Shaw, what you doing? Luke Shaw. Giving away a foul. Everyone wanted to see Sesko start. Let's hope he comes on early, says Milton. Yeah, I could see Sesko coming on 60 minutes. Giving him another half an hour, I think, guys. That's what I think. TK says, having breakfast in my new shirt, watching my team on a beautiful Vancouver sunny day. Things could be worse. There you go, people. Things could be worse. Wearing my new shirt, watching my team play. The sun's out. About to go in my back garden after this. Probably pick some plums. Make some plum jam. You know? Not too bad. Not too bad, guys. That's cool. All right, we've got to defend well here. Close the ball down. See, push Fulham back. Well done. Don't worry. As long as you're pressing in unison, bro, and there's no one-man press. Because Bruno, yeah, used to do this one-man press here where Bruno would just press by himself, run, evade his position, just by himself, and then leave a big hole, yeah, in the midfield. He always used to do that, and he used to get me so angry. We need to press as a team. There needs to be a trigger, and everybody, there needs to be cohesion in the way we press. There we go. British Bulldog says there is a level between us and the mid-table teams. We was 15th last season. We are below the teams. Hopefully, you know, there'll still be a 5 in our position, but it'll be 5th rather than 15th. There we go. That's a chance there. Was he onside? Fulham have settled down. Was he onside? That's good from behind there. He came out really, really quick there. All right, catch from behind there. All right, cool. That's a warning right there, people. That's a warning right there. Was he onside? Yep, he was onside. I don't know what Delit was playing at right there, trying to play offside. Warning signs, people. Warning, warning. How's that sweet potato pudding? I ain't eating no sweet potato pudding, my friend. Right now, I'm eating pizza I'm eating last night's pizza. Oh, finish! Oh, you gotta score! You're lying! How the hell? Cunha! One kick from behind there. One thing we have said here from behind there, his distribution in the last game, yeah, was actually quite good. His distribution in the last game was, he has to score that, guys. He has to score. 1-on-1, either side of the goalkeeper. I can't believe it. The shot was soft as well. He didn't slap it. Cunha, yeah, I think Cunha's feeling the pressure, you know. Oh, offside. Oh my gosh, Cunha. This is what I'm saying. I like Cunha, but some people will be saying, Sesko, the actual striker, would he have scored this? This touch here. Oh, that touch to take it down. Oh, this touch here. Oof. Cunha. It's a side foot. That's why. Why is he using his side foot? You have to lace those ones. That has to be your laces. You have to. You don't volley with your side foot like that. The technique was all off. But that's the clearest chance we've got, people. That's the clearest chance we've had. Oh no, give the ball away. Uh-oh. Alright. British Bulldog says we have 4 10s on the field now. Yeah, I guess if you count Bruno as a 10. The manager, yeah, I mean, I already told you guys this. As much as you guys want to get angry at Garnacho, as much as you want to get angry at Anthony and all the wingers, we literally, in a split second, went from a football team that encouraged wingers and had wingers to all you wingers, fuck right off. We don't play wingers anymore. We play with 10s. Oh, saved by the goalkeeper. And if you're a winger and you get told that you are the next thing since sliced bread and you're the future of the club because Man United have always played with wingers, and then a new manager comes in and said, you know what? I do not like wingers. I play with 10s. And then you have no more future. Bro, that's a quick turn of events, bro. From going from you're needed, you're required, we want you to, we don't even play a system that includes your position. There we go. Please defend this. Oh my Lord. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The goalkeeper looked like he was about to fall over. Look at Bayern there on the flipping corner. Look at this. Let's watch him. He almost fell over. Oh my gosh, these goalkeepers, my lord, these goalkeepers make me nervous, bro. My man was almost stumbling backwards like he flipping slipped on like he walked on a banana or something. He was slipping backwards like he was walking backwards and stood on a toy truck or a toy car. Man's like this. I said, what's this goalkeeper doing, bro? Oh man, buy in there. Yeah, guys. 17 minutes gone. The first 10 minutes were quick start, rough, pressing. Since that, last 7 minutes, Fulham have got back into the game. They've started passing the ball around. They're getting more confident. We really needed to take that Cunha chance, man. Guys, we had to score that goal. There we go. You got to be. Come on, guys. Where's the speed of pass? Where's it gone? Luke Shaw. Why are you taking so long? Luke Shaw, yeah. My problem with Luke Shaw. Well, one of my problems. He's just always. He looks too casual with everything he does, bro. There never seems to be any urgency about everything he does, and I think there's a difference between being fully in control of everything that you do and therefore appearing to be casual and just literally just being too casual, i.e. too slow. Like he's just I don't know, man. Just slow. All right, Fulham are getting back into the game. 18 minutes gone. Another Fulham corner. Yeah, We stopped with our passing. We stopped with our quick passing. We're slow now, and also Fulham, they're closing us down better now. They're not giving us the space that they gave us in the first 10 minutes. Milton says buying there again. Yeah, man. Teaching the old dogs new tricks. Is that what we're trying to do? Buying there. There we go. Ball into the box. Clearance. All right. Let's see what Mbumo. It's annoying here how the commentators still say Mbumo. Like he's already said his name's Mbumo. And he said it like 5 times. My name's Mbumo. And still all the commentators are like Mbumo. Where's the R? Where's the R in his name? Mbumo. TK says Fulham using Arsenal's tactics to beat us. Yeah, that's what they look like they're trying to do. Corners, set pieces. That's the template. The template's out there, guys. We're not good in those situations. So I get it, man. If the template is out there, then use it. Yeah, man. Fulham, look at Fulham. We have to be disciplined now. Goalkeeper's ball. Well done. All right, see what we could do now. All right, a quarter of the game almost has gone already, people. What are people saying? Come on, man. What is this? I hate when I see Delict with the ball and walking. I hate when I see our defenders walking with the ball. One thing that frustrates me, guys, is when the defenders are standing in a row, in a line, and there's passing to each other, the 3 defenders, in this one line. Bro, you need penetrative passing, bro. You need one of the other you defenders to break the lines and move into the midfield. You can't just stand in a line and keep passing it to each other, bro. Well done. That touch from Cunha is crazy. That touch from Cunha was crazy. My gosh, that touch in the field. I know you guys are counting 5 and 6 10s, yeah. But for me, 10 isn't just a position you play. 10 is the type of footballer you are. Like Messi's and Neymar's. They're 10s. Your 10, yeah, is your baller, your supreme baller that can go left, that can go right, uses left foot, uses right foot, and can dribble with the ball. Most importantly, your 10s have to be able to control the ball in tight spaces. Like basically what Cunha's doing. He's a 10. Eden Hazard is a 10. Oh, here we go. Ah, touch, brother. Mbumo's tried, but he hasn't really settled into the game. There we go. All right, Luke Shaw. All right, Luke Shaw, come out this way. Well done. Ah, we've been pushed back. Come on, look for Ahmad, man. Look for Ahmad. We've been pushed back. We're not finding the. It's interesting. We should be. We're literally playing with 3 10s. Right now, Mbumo's holding the striker position. Mbumo's playing in the middle. Cunha's moved over to the right, it looks. And Mount's on the left. We need to trust each other more as well, man. Like, a lot of times, Cunha will be standing next to a player and we will be scared to fizz the ball into him. Bro, Cunha can receive the ball under pressure. Like, he could do it. Be braver. Give him the ball. Yeah, this slow passing is not going to do it, bro. No, that's not good, Casemiro. That pass was never on. That pass was never on. Mm, okay. Yeah, guys, I'm not going to lie. I would have loved to seen Sesko on the pitch, bro. Luke Shaw, yeah, in that move just now, yeah, Luke Shaw is so far out of position, yeah. Do you see how far Luke Shaw ran to get the ball? Well done, Lenny Euro. Well done, Lenny Euro. All right, we'll take the that free kick. Ah, the game started with a lot of optimism, guys, but haven't been feeding the last 10 minutes, man. We have been dire. The passing isn't quick like it was in the first 10 minutes. It's all look at us just walking around in the pitch now. It's just what is this? Dillet's got the ball now, just walking past to Luke Shaw. All right, Bruno, let's see what we can do. Ah, Bruno, better ball to Ahmad than that. Ahmad has to stop his run. Ah, Bruno. Ahmad, like I keep saying, I'm gonna need Ahmad to be tearing down that right wing a bit more. I need him to offer us a bit more down that side, Ahmad. Okay. Hmm. Also, Mbumo's not a 10. Mbumo plays on the right wing for Brentford. We're playing him as a 10, but he's technically a winger. I guess it depends how you see stuff. Oh, oh wow, that pass from Bruno. And people say Bruno's a good pass of the ball. I'm always like, no, he's very overrated pass of the ball. Like, it's just a terrible pass. Yeah, I think the manager has a lot of questions to answer because our problem is the fact that we don't score goals, right? That's Man United's main issue. We do not score goals. We've now bought a striker that the manager won't play, and he's playing a Mason Mount. Yeah, he's in his third season. Dorgu, that's not good enough. Dorgu. That touch from Dorgu there was crazy. Yeah, but was Zaxi on the bench last game as well? Yeah, Zaxi was on the game bench last game, I think. This manager, man. This manager, man. I'd rather start Zaxi up front, man. You got Zaxi and you have flipping Mount. I mean, Sesko. And he doesn't want to start either. You got now two strikers. You don't want to start either. But if he had Hoyland, this manager, he would have started him. If Hoyland was, if he could select Hoyland, he probably would have started Hoyland. But yet you've got Sesko, and you don't want to start him. Just give the Man United fans some goals, bro. 90 minutes of football, no goals. Half an hour of football, no goals. Scoring goals was our problem last season, and this manager is doing everything he can possibly do. Mason Mount, that ball was. Come on, Mason Mount. That ball wasn't difficult, bro. The ball into Fippin and Boomer wasn't a difficult pass, bro. This everyone's just loving that Mason Mount thing is just annoying, man. Because he runs around and he works hard and he does the basics. Mason Mount will have a game, yeah, where he runs around, tackles, does some basic passing, and people will forget that we paid £60 million for him. People will be like, wow, this is Mason Mount's back. And I'm like, bro, he didn't have a bad game. But this is the minimum we expect from someone like Mason Mount for £60 million. This game's getting boring, guys. It started off decently, but it is getting dry very, very quickly. I'm not gonna lie, people. Yeah, he's definitely not a 10, British Bulldog. For me, he's not. I mean, he plays a 10 role, but Ahmad's definitely more of a 10 than Mbumo is, in my opinion. How Ahmad plays between the lines, his first touches. For me, he's more of a 10 than Mbumo, Ahmad. But I hear your point, though. I think you guys know who I think 10s are. I've sort of given you an example of who I rate as 10s. What sort of footballers I think are 10s. Oh, a good ball, Leniro. Let's see what we can do here. Mbumo, let's go. This is where Mbumo feels more comfortable. Mbumo feels a lot more comfortable on the wings because that's where he plays 90% of his game out wide. Oh, nice. Oh, unlucky. Unlucky. All right, let's go again. Let's go again, guys. That's why I feel like moving in Mbumo as a right wing back and playing Ahmad as a 10. That's why I feel they could work and it will interchange because Mbumo has played most of the time for Brentford out wide. And that's why they get in each other's way as well. If you're watching Mbumo and Ahmad, they occupy the same space because they're technically both wide players. Oh my gosh. Oh, unlucky. Oh, and again. Oh, Bruno. What was that, Bruno, man? You just put the ball in the box. Bruno does crazy stuff sometimes, you know. All the time, actually. Oh. But the thing about Bruno will have a game like this all the time. And then he'll score a penalty. He'll get an assist later on, right? And then people forget the fact that he had a bad game. And then in the player ratings, he'll be voted the player of the match. And then the narrative will be Bruno saved Manchester United. And then I'll be sitting there thinking, what the hell? Why does this guy keep playing badly game after game? Gets an assist and then gets man of the match. This game is dead, guys, man. I ain't gonna lie. This game is actually dead. Yeah, the game itself is not a good game to watch. If you're neutral watching this game, it's not a fun game to watch. But it's 0-0. We're still in the game. We haven't conceded. We are the better team. And we're playing away from home. We've had the better chances. Cunha should have scored. We also hit the post. Wow. They're replaying the set piece. Yeah, I definitely agree with that, British Bulldog. Ahmad's definitely more of a winger. But because of Ahmad's technical ability, that's why I say because of his close control, his ability to dribble, his ability to play in between the lines, those are all 10 qualities. And he has those qualities more than Mbumo has. What Mbumo has over Ahmad, in my opinion, is his strength. Mbumo, his speed, he's quicker than Ahmad, and he's a lot stronger than Ahmad, which means he can play with these tough defenders. Ahmad gets pushed around a bit more, and therefore playing in between the lines for Ahmad is a little bit difficult until he drops deep into more space. Whereas Mbumo, because Mbumo's tiny bit stronger and tiny bit quicker, for me, he can make those sort of bursting runs a bit more than Ahmad. But Ahmad's a bit more trickier. Ahmad's got more skill. Ahmad's a bit more purposeful in his game. Is this a penalty, guys? We've been watching this for a while. Are we going to get a little cheeky penalty? Are we going to get this? Are we going to get this? Are we going to get this? Yes! We are shameless. We will be shameless. We need to win, people. Listen, we're not playing that great. We are in the game. We've had the better chances, but like I said, if you're watching this from a neutral, if you're watching this to be entertained, you're not getting that right now. And we'll take this. We'll take this. Listen, we'll be shameless out here. And do you know why? Do you know why, guys, we'll take this? Because the goal that was scored against us, yeah, that's a foul. I don't care. It's a foul. He swung man around, yeah, like he's doing that swerve Strickland AEW. If you guys watch wrestling, you know what you know. Swerve when I drive. Swerve when I drive. When I drive. Was it Prince Nana? Yeah. That's what he did. He swerved him. He swerved, and it's also a judo move. He judo moved him. That's a judo throw. And guess what? What did I say? He's been arguably he's been the worst player, right, Bruno, for me on the pitch. But he's gonna get this goal now, as he does. For me, attacking players should take penalties. If Sesko was on the pitch, I'd want Sesko to take a penalty. But Bruno will take the penalty, and Bruno doesn't miss penalties. He doesn't. So it's a pen, bro. Listen, we'll take this. We'll be shameless. Like I said, guys, we'll take this because our goalkeeper against Arsenal got fouled. Yeah. And we should have had a penalty against Arsenal. When I watched back the game and I saw that Cunha penalty, that's a penalty, guys. I don't care. It's a penalty. So, referees, they've come correct today. Bruno, don't mess up. Let's go. 1-0. First goal of the season. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. Oh, my Lord. End the stream. End the stream. End the stream. Oh, my gosh. Oh my Lord, this guy. I've been cussing this guy all half, saying how rubbish he's been. As usual, this is a typical Bruno performance where he performs badly, as usual, and then he scores a goal or gets an assist or something. I thought today was going to be one of those days. Why did he... Bruno never, ever, ever takes a penalty where it goes top corner. He always does the hop, skip, and jump, yeah? Bro, all I'm saying to you guys is this, yeah? The news that he's been talking to Saudi again, yeah? It must be true, bro. The way that this guy's playing today, Bruno, is crazy. He must be talking to Saudi again. Because I've never seen... Bruno is really good at when it comes to... Go on, Mason Mount. Ah. What? I can't believe... What? Who got... Why? Who got booked? Casemiro got booked. I'm confused. I thought Casemiro got fouled. How did he get? Why did he get booked? What did he do? Hold on, let me see. Oh, he dived. Oh, Cass, why did you need to dive, bro? Oh my Lord, I can't believe this guy skied the penalty. And the thing is, anyone else on the pitch that would have taken the penalty and skied it, they'll be getting they'll be getting it right now. But Bruno, ah, on the day that news was surfacing that Saudi were in for this guy again, another £100 million bid, apparently, guys. Oh man, this is frustrating, guys. I'm not gonna lie. Bruno doesn't miss penalties, people. We know he doesn't really miss them. I don't know, guys. This game's it's a... Eddie says, what happened to the skip step penalty? Bro, Eddie, that's what I said. What happened to his normal penalty? His normal... Why of all the days you can change your shit up, yeah? Switch your shit up. This... what, today's the day? Today's the day? I can't believe this. Wiz, TK says, Wiz, you need to stop with your Bruno never misses. But it's true. He's taken 67 penalties, apparently. 67 penalties he's taken and scored 61. Bro, that conversion rate, yeah, is crazy. 91% conversion rate. Like I keep saying, you got to be objective. I don't like Bruno with a lot of things, bro, when it comes to a lot of things. But when it comes to taking penalties, this guy don't miss, bro. He's like flipping Carmelo Hayes. Melo don't miss. Bruno doesn't miss penalties. I jinxed it nicely though. I jinxed it well. That is a top quality jinx. You can't get a better jinx than that, you know. I literally said before he stepped up, we're gonna score. He doesn't miss penalties. That is a full on jinx, bro. No, the ones that's the kind of jinx where people start blaming me for him missing, bro. People start to say it was my fault. Oh, nice mount. That's nice. Let's go. Oh, Mount, give it back. Come in field. Oh, Bruno. Oh, Bruno, what you doing? Bruno's not, his head's not in the game, guys. Oh, he is the worst player on the pitch by a long mile, bro. He's been awful this first half. My lord. He's so rattled right now. I don't know what's going on with this guy. Get your head in the game, Bruno. Man United captain. There is no other captain here in our history of captaincy that's allowed to captain like the way he's captaining. He got sent off 3 times, yeah, in the space of a month or two last season. Two red cards as our captain. Bro, lock in, Bruno, please, bro. Lock in, guys. This is not good. Big up Kind FC in the chat, bro. Big up Kind FC. Bruno was rattled. He was more into his moaning than taking his normal pen. That's Bruno, though. Bruno's been this way. Don't forget when Bruno came, he was like this and nobody liked it. But then, because, you know, the Bruno media and the PR propaganda and all the goals and assists, we've just ignored all his traits here, that we, all the moaning, all the swinging his arms around, all these things that we, as a fan base, disliked. We've just ignored it and put up with it. But when we start losing, when negative things start happening, it becomes an irritant. We start noticing it more. It's just psychology. That's, oh, Bruno's always been this way. Oh my, wow. British Bulldog says Sesko for the winner. Eddie says Bruno is having a nightmare. Big up Tim. Big up Tim. I haven't seen you in a while, Tim. How you been, bro? We are cursed in front of goal so far. Yeah, man. Listen, as emotional as I'm being right now, right, and as emotive, I'm trying to be objective at the same time with what I'm seeing and not just be annoyed, right? So I'm still seeing Man United play the better football. I'm still seeing, oh my lord, Bruno. I'm still seeing United be the better team, but we're not clear of Fulham. This is a kind of game here where Fulham can win 1-0. Like, the way I see it. We've still had the better chances so far, but we haven't been great, guys. We haven't been great. What is Dorgu doing? What is Dorgu doing, guys? What is Dorgu doing? What's Dorgu doing? We're also starting to make like mistakes now. And Fulham are pushing further up the pitch more and more. We're not, we can't even clear the ball. Another corner. Yeah, people. TK says, see what I meant when I say we play down to our opponents when we play these clubs. Yeah, I know, I understand what you mean, TK. We don't have a base. Like I said, if we lock in our base level of play and we don't go below that base level of play, I'll be fine. But it seems as if it's not locked in. Now we're facing Fulham. Oh my lord. Oh my lord. Bro, we are terrible. At corners, yeah? I don't even understand, bro. Once again, the goalkeeper looked like he was no. Where was the goalkeeper? Let's see behind there from this corner. Once again, he was backpedaling and on the floor. And oh my lord, bro. If Fulham get this corner kick right and they get it in the right spot, because right now they haven't got it right. All Fulham have to do, yeah, is get their corner kick right and they're scoring, bro. Both corners, yeah, our goalkeepers backpedaling like he's unaware what's going on and about to fall over. He's fallen over both times. This is so disappointing, man. All right. All right. Let's see what we could do here. Oh, man. Oh. Let's see what the chat is saying, because this is. We need to pour some cold water on their faces or something. One game a week, guys. You've had 1 week to prepare for this game, and this is what you're showing. And we are led into every game by Bruno Fernandes. Come on, man, hurry up and take the set piece, Bruno, so we can just blow the whistle for half time and get a move on. That's it, guys. That's it. I can't believe it. What's the chat saying? I'll give you guys my assessment in a minute, but let me see what you guys are saying about this, because I just don't know, guys. Tim says, "What's up? What's up, Tim?" Big up, Tim. Very strange from Bruno, says Eddie. Turkish and the United need to capitalise now on getting a goal before half time. Well, so much for that one. Fulham getting too much set pieces. Listen, the way that I'm seeing Bayern move right now, my lord. I know Onana is bad, yeah. Onana is bad, but I think Bayern is worse than Onana at set pieces. I don't remember Onana falling over and doing all of these things at set pieces. I really don't. We are getting to go back to Old Trafford to host Burnley, looking for our first goal of the season. Calling it now, TK. TK says we're not scoring today. TK, I'm not gonna lie to you. A lot of my optimism was focused away from the manager. It was, listen, we got better players, so despite what the manager's doing, we're gonna play better anyway because we have better players, and the manager can't bring us down that much. I don't know, guys. I don't know. My faith in the manager, as you guys know, is very low. And while I still feel like we've got all the tools to win this game, it's only 0-0. We are still the better team, but I can see what you're saying, TK. I can see us drawing this game now. 45 minutes. Cunha should have scored. We got given a penalty. Bruno decided he doesn't want to score. Like, it's not like we're not being given opportunities or being presented with opportunities. We are. We've had chances. We just haven't taken our chances. Our £62 million signing, Cunha, is being put through on goal and just side-footing it and not scoring. And our captain is just blazing penalty kicks over the bar. Those are individual players doing weird individual things, especially Bruno. But yeah, I can see it. I can see us huffing and puffing and somehow not scoring today. I can see it. I can see it, TK. TK said no, it wouldn't be. The amount of number 10s we have, we should score now and then. British Bulldog is not dropping. He's not going to let Amrim live with the fact that he's got a striker, technically 2 strikers on the bench, and he's decided in the first 2 games not to play somebody who wants to put the ball in the back of the net. He decided, you know what, I don't want to do that. I'm going to play with these 10s who are not strikers, even though I've got a striker. And British Bulldog in the chat, he's not letting it go. I hear it. I hear it. Stay on the manager's neck, British Bulldog. Stay on his neck. TK says Fulham have to feel really good. Yeah, you would do. I mean, Arsenal felt really good last week when we were going at them, and they only scored based on our mistake. Thing is, Fulham have actually created probably more threatening opportunities against us in this game than Arsenal did. I don't remember Arsenal really getting behind our back line. Not really. Fulham, in this game, once or twice, they've got behind Ahmad on the left-hand side. Once or twice, they've got behind Dorgu on the right-hand side. They just haven't been able to put a cross in or affect the game. The set pieces, 2 or 3 set pieces, they've looked dangerous. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Eddie says Bruno has been so shit. I agree, Eddie. Bruno, listen, Bruno has games like this often. More often than you. I wouldn't say you. I think a lot of people in the chat have a rounded opinion of Bruno. Like I said, Bruno's the best thing ever. He's the best signing since Eric Cantona, which means he's a better signing than Rooney and Ronaldo and Tevez and all this other, which is ridiculous. And then there is Bruno is absolutely shit. He's not. He's not. And then there's people in the middle, which I assume most people in this chat are, which we're rounded. Listen, he's a good footballer. He's not amazing. He's not as good as people make him out to be. He's very, very good at playing a type of football that produces stats. What I mean is that Bruno plays a very selfish type of football. He doesn't. People say he plays for the team, but he doesn't really. He vacates his position and leaves his teammates in danger. That's not playing for the team. That's you vacating your position so you can try get an assist, so you can get your stats up. Bruno plays football to get personal stats because he knows, and that's why I said to you guys before, there's some people who know goals and assists, give you currency, and therefore they play football in a way that gets themselves goals and assists, but might not be beneficial for the team at large. Bruno is a perfect example for me of somebody who will always get personal stats, always get goals and assists, but the way he plays football isn't fully conducive to the team. It's almost like a net negative. Yes, he might get you a goal and assist, but so anyone could give you a goal and assist. If anyone was taking all our corners, all our flipping set pieces, and all our penalties, that person will probably get loads of goals and assists, right? By default, because he's on everything. So Bruno will get loads of goals and assists, but he won't always give you great 90-minute performances. He won't always give you great 90-minute performances. Just like today. He might even still score today. But I reckon if he scores and we win, people will forget his performance and then make him the man of the match and say he's 8 out of 10 or something. That is Bruno. And I always say, listen, we need to, and it's not just Bruno's fault, it's the fan base's fault, it's the media's fault, because he's also the pin-up boy for the Premier League. He's on a lot of the Premier League posters, media stuff. So the Premier League also do a lot of Bruno propaganda, and they protect him. Bruno's been a good servant for Man United. Oh, that's a shot that hit the post from Cunha. He has been a good servant for Man United. He came in to the club when we needed him. He came in where Jesse Lingard and Andres Pereira were playing number 10 for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and they weren't cutting it, right? That's what happened. Then we went in for this player, Bruno Fernandes, even though we rejected him in the summer. Tottenham rejected him in the summer. Liverpool, he was being shopped around and everyone rejected him because we all knew he gave the ball away way too much, right? That was one thing that everyone kept saying. We're not going to get Bruno. He gives the ball away too much. He's this, he's that. Then we bit the bullet. We said, listen, Lingard and Andres Pereira are not cutting it. We need a 10 desperately. We went in. We bought him in January from Sporting. And then we haven't looked back. As soon as he's come in, he's had a free role under Oli. Pogba played in DM while he had a free role to play where he wanted. Played behind Martial. Played as a second striker. Did what he wanted to do. And since then, he's kind of had a free role. Over the last year or so, he's been told to play in a double pivot, more disciplined role. I don't think he's that good at it. He vacates his position, leaves Casemiro alone in the midfield. Everyone thinks it's all Casemiro's fault. Has a go at Cass, or Cass is rubbish, he's slow. I'm like, bro, Cass should never be in the midfield by himself. He shouldn't. I feel like now at the age of, 31 years old? He's had 5 seasons now. 4 or 5 seasons for Manchester United. We built, I think, 2 teams around him now. This is another team that we're building and he's still here. It's time for us to complete the rebuild and sell Bruno Fernandes. It won't happen this summer, probably. But next summer, everyone knows I think he has to go. Anyway. British Bulldog is saying that Bruno is thinking about his offer. He's not in the game. British Bulldog, I'm not gonna lie. It looks like his head is not in the game, bro. Yes, we've seen Bruno play this badly many, many times. He's been sent off 3 times in a month, like I said. So this performance that we're seeing of him is like last year. He can't play. He's not a double pivot player. He's not. He can't play that role. He doesn't have. If you watch Bruno, he doesn't always scan as well, and he's not press resistant. Bruno. If you put Bruno under pressure, one thing he will always do is hoof the ball. Once you put Bruno under pressure, he'll just hoof it in the air, away and further away, just to relieve the pressure. He's not. I don't know, guys. We need to get rid of Bruno. He's scared, unlike Onana. Onana thinks he's the best keeper ever. Even if he bobbins, he ain't scared. I ain't gonna lie, yeah. Onana, yeah. I've said it before. I think Onana suffers from imposter syndrome. I think Andre Onana, yeah, he talks the talk. He talks like he's not scared. But I think deep down, yeah, he's terrified. I think deep down, Onana is more scared, yeah, than probably buying there. But Onana walks around like, yeah, I take responsibility. I'm Onana. He walks with a big chest, Onana, but there's something about him that makes me feel like he's a little boy inside. I don't know what it is. I don't feel like the way he plays football. I don't know, man. I feel like he has some sort of imposter syndrome, Onana. Turkish says too many changes and responsibilities for Bruno. He's not used to this level either. As the club structure gets to the house in order, he has to step up too, but maybe he can't. TK says if we escape Craven Cottage with a point, we will be lucky. I don't think. I think we're still the better team, but Fulham have done enough yet to worry me. Fulham have showed up now, and they've done enough to make me believe that in the second half they could score. They could score, and the fact that we missed a penalty and couldn't hit the post, and he should have scored three chances, and we've missed them all. If I'm writing a story, the story does sound as if we're gonna lose this game. And we're gonna at the end of this game, we're gonna be talking about the chances we missed, the penalty we missed, Cunha's hitting the post, and how we were unlucky to lose 1-0, just like against Arsenal. Scoring goals is our issue. Scoring goals is our main problem as a team last year, and the manager still decides to start the season, even though he's got Xerxes fit as well. He could start Xerxes up front, and then Cunha, and then Bumo. But Mason flipping Mount. Mason Mount has, and I did say this, I warned you guys, Mason Mount has shoehorned himself into this team after pre-season's performances, and the manager likes him. So it's really sad that favourite. I wish I could get into the manager's head and ask him what his view of football is. How do you see football? And ask him why he doesn't like Xerxes. Because think about it. He says, yeah, this manager says he sees Xerxes as a 10. So why not start Xerxes in one of the 10 positions then? And drop Mount? I don't know, man. Milton says we need a United goal. Bro, that's what we've been needing all last season. Last season, we conceded 54 goals, guys, and only scored 43. Minus 11 goal difference last season. Most teams around us conceded around 50 goals. Us conceding goals wasn't an issue. We just don't score goals. You brought in Cunha and Mbumo, two guys who scored plenty of goals and got plenty of assists last season. We brought them into this manager's system, and I don't know what this manager's doing. I really don't. We just can't score. Allhan says United players should give some protection to Bayern there. Yeah, we don't defend corners well. Like if you watch Arsenal and watch other teams defend corners, they protect their goalkeepers. There's always like the biggest of two defenders standing right in that center space, right? With us, it's not the same. But at the same time, though, I will say Binder is acting funny when it comes to corners. You can tell Binder is rattled. He's falling over his feet. It's crazy. If Fulham score a goal, I can see it being scored from a corner. We are wide open when it comes to corners. Our goalkeeper has been on the floor twice at corners. So Shivam, big up Shivam in the chat, bro. Why the hell we can't score? I just can't fathom the fact that after £200 million as well, we can't score. Shivam, at the end of the day, this is how I see it. The longer this happens, the longer we go without scoring, the longer we go without winning, the more pressure on the manager, and they will sack the manager. If we, after spending over 200 million, if we cannot finish in the top 6, top 8 positions, if I know if the owners see us getting worse, I'm not winning, they will have to sack this man. They'll have to sack him. They'll have to. So they treat early Premier League games like pre-season. This club does this year after year. How can you not be ready? It's 3 points per game, 38 games. Yeah, BB. For some reason, BB, the intensity of this game is not up to the last game. We are, as the half went on, we started affording Fulham more respect and more respect. I don't know what's going on with this team. But big up Shivam, big up Orhan in the chat. The second half is now kicking off, people. Big up Shivam. Turkish says, I'm great, yep. Damn, Binder needs longer studs or something. Hasn't he learnt from Arsenal game? That's one thing you want though, Milton. One thing I want, yeah, is to see learning. I want to see progression. I don't want a player to be making the same mistakes he made like 5 games ago. Oh my lord. Mason Mount isn't strong enough. Mason Mount gets pushed off the ball a lot. I need to see Joshua Zirkzee, bro. I need to see his strength and his power on the pitch. Zirkzee's not getting pushed around at all. I want to see Cunha in his natural position because he's not a striker. Stop trying to play him up front. Neither is Mount and neither is Mbeumo. They've never played striker before. Even for Wolves, he wasn't playing striker, bro. Like, I want to see Cunha in the left 10, Mbeumo on the right 10 where he was bought, and Sesko up front. And if you don't want to start Sesko because something, whatever, then at least start, flipping Xerxes. Shivam says, I want to see Mount out and Sesko in. I think everybody wants to see that, except for the manager. Except for the manager, man. Oh, look at that pass from Castor Bruno. Casemiro is actually the better passer between him and Bruno. There we go. Dorgu. All right, corner. We'll take the corner. I'm not going to lie. It's so annoying because I already analysed why going forward, playing a fluid front three might not be the best. And Dorgu just tried to cross the ball in just then. And I'm looking at Cunha. I'm looking at Mbeumo. And I'm like, are really Cunha and Mbeumo going to score from headers? Really? It's just all wrong, man. It's just all wrong. This manager's just got it wrong. Unlucky Ahmad. All right, let's go. I need more from Ahmad. I keep saying I rate Ahmad very highly. And because I rate him highly, I need more from him. I really do. Can you see a situation where Amarim puts Onana in? It will be Sesko time soon or at some point. Milton, I said in my show the other day that I will have an opinion on the goalkeeper situation based on what the manager does in this game. We know Onana is fit. We know Onana is the number one goalkeeper at Manchester United. So if he's fit, he should start and he needs to start. Onana is once again fit and the goalkeeper had decided not to start him. I think, Milton, that is clear indication that Onana is no longer the number one goalkeeper and he's put his faith in Bayern. And that's another reason why he was so prickly about the questioning, because, you know, he's put his faith in Bayern and Bayern is not really that any better than Onana. And if he's and Bayern starts making mistakes, then he makes the manager look very stupid. So the manager has essentially doubled down and started buying there again. And unless we get Lammens, and I think we are going to get Lammens, it's going to be buying there going forward. And potentially after we get Lammens, it will still be buying there because Lammens is not brought in to be first choice straight away. Lammens is brought in to be an understudy and then maybe eventually be first choice. Oh, this is ridiculous now, guys. This game is just getting so boring to watch as well from a neutral. I mean, even I'm a Man United fan, and 5 minutes in, second half, we haven't played any football. And this manager should have made changes. This manager, I don't want to get why this manager, after like the first half, doesn't go, do you know what? I'm going to start a new second half of new. Like, he always waits a bit too long to make changes, bro. Like, this guy, yeah, will try to substitute Joshua Zirkzee, yeah, after 30 minutes, right? And it wasn't even Xerxes' fault. Xerxes wasn't even had a bad game. He decided to change it. And Xerxes was the guy that, you know, unfortunately bit the bullet. But this is the kind of game, yeah, for me, you make change at half time. You don't need to wait till 60 minutes. And what Dallow's... No, get the manager out. Amram out. A game, yeah, we're supposed to win. A game that we're trying to score, you're going to bring on a defender, Dallo. Are you going to tell me that he's going to take off one of the attacking wingbacks and put on Diogo Dallo? Get this guy out. I'm done now. I've been holding it in for too long. If this manager, when Man United need to win, if this manager is going to take off one of the attacking wingbacks and put on Diogo Dallo, then I don't know what I can do, bro. I don't know what I can do. I don't know. British Bulldog says Sesko's looking for a house. Not fair to expect him to score goals. Bro, that is Ahmad's coming off the pitch. So Dallo's going to right wing back instead of Ahmad. Sesko on for who? For Casemiro. So Bruno, who's going to be in the centre midfield with Bruno? What's happening here, guys? Have we got Mount and Bruno in the middle? Go on, Sesko. Or Cunha. Oh my gosh. Yo, Milton says Sesko house hunting. I hope the estate agents are not on his case. That's funny. Dallo on, yeah, for Ahmad. Suspect in the chat said Ahmad Stinker and hooked. Yeah, bro. Ahmad didn't play any worse than anyone else, bro. Like, but I did say I want more from Ahmad. I keep saying and I need more. And clearly so does the manager. But who's played amazingly well today? Well done, Lenny Euro. Well done. But what's Dallo gonna do? Oh man, of all the things to do, bro, just keep Ahmad on the pitch, bro. We know Ahmad, yeah, is one of those players that can do something. He can create something out of the blue, but that spark that he had, Ahmad, last season. What a tackle from Lenny Euro, bro. I thought that player was through. What a tackle, bro. Well done, Lenny. What a challenge, man. Gyökeres, Mount and Bruno. Yeah, Mount and Bruno in the central midfield, bro. That's crazy. Gyökeres, 2 goals. Mbumo, 0 goals. Cunha, 0 goals. I'll be watching. Says Suspect, who's an Arsenal fan. Yeah, man. Not a massive fan of him wearing 30, bro. British Bulldog says not a massive fan of Sesko. I think it's his number, man. I mean, those things, that sort of stuff. If the player feels more comfortable wearing 30, and he feels like it will make him play better because that's his number. But yeah, man, strikers. Your striker should be wearing number 9, bro. That's what I'm saying. Number 30 ain't a striker's number, my friend. That's nice from Sesko. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this manager is crazy. This manager took off Casemiro. This manager wants to score a goal, yeah? Let me understand what this manager's done. He wants to score a goal, so he takes off his attacking wingback in Amad Diallo, yeah, and puts on a defensive wingback in Diogo Dallo. Then he takes off Casemiro, our best midfielder today. Bruno's been absolutely shocking. Leaves Bruno on, takes off Cass, who's been better than him today. Then moves Mason Mount in the midfield with Bruno. So we've got Mason Mount and Bruno as 2 midfielders. Sesko, I mean, the front 3 is fine. But I don't know, guys. I don't know what this guy's doing. Here's Dallo on the ball, though. There we go. Slow passing as usual. Bruno's dropped back into defense. Throwing his hand around, pointing. Everyone's walking on the pitch. I can't stand here watching games, yeah, of football where everyone's walking. Everyone's just walking around. Nice. Nice from Sesko. That's good. There we go, Dallo. Put a cross in the box then, Dallo. Oh my lord. The problem is this, right? Let's say the man just put Dallo on, yeah, because Dallo's right-footed, right? Let's not be emotional. Yeah? Let's try to be intelligent and try to actually think. Let's say give him the benefit of the doubt. He's bought on Dallo because Dallo's right-footed and Sesko's tall. So now Ahmad doesn't put crosses in the box. He's not right-footed. He crosses on his left and he wants to shoot and all these things. Dallo should now be somebody who stays on the right hand side. Let's go corner. Finish! Let's go! Fucking pricks. You fucking twats. Right, mate, you fucking twats, you. Geez. Lenny, you're my guy. He is the player of the year. Bruno should have never have won it last year after his shocking fucking year he had. I don't care who came off, Lenny Euro or or is it Delit? No, it's a goal. It's an own goal. The header was going wide and it goes in. It's an own goal, isn't it? I said to you guys, one Cunha and Buma are not scoring. They're not scoring unless one of our defenders. The floodgates will open once a Maguire, a Delay, a Lenny Euro, somebody scores a header from a set piece or something, and that's when we'll start scoring. I just had a feeling. Hopefully, I'm right. But get in. We need that. I don't care how about the performance. We need to win games. Stop fucking around. Good. Lenny, my guy. The one footballer, yeah. Lenny Euro, yeah, is the one footballer at Manchester United that we can all unite, yeah, and say he is top quality. He's going to be world class if he's not already. He's going to be one of the best defenders in the world. He is. Like, we can all see it. He's 19 years old. He's a baby. And he's probably our best defender already. Let's go, people. 1-0. Well done. Listen, we'll take it. We should have scored. Cunha hit the post and should have scored his second opportunity. He didn't. We had a penalty. We didn't score. Let's not pretend that we don't deserve this. Yes, it was a set piece and it was a corner, but we deserve this goal. We do. We do, guys. We deserve it, people. So let's go, man. Now let's see, yeah. What? Oh my lord! Look at Luke Shaw. See that little give and goal just defeated Luke Shaw. That little give and goal just defeated Luke Shaw. Lenny Euro had to come in and flipping take a man out, bro. Well done, Lenny. Well done, Lenny. Oh, let's see what the chat is saying. Milton says at least Sesko has another 30 minutes now. No, I pay Sky. I'm going to write a very angry letter about it. Correct numbers, please. Lenny, our future captain. Milton says magic. Pressure from Euro. Lenny, my guy. Forget about Lend. Give him a Euro and plenty of them. Finally, Tim. Finally, we scored a goal, people. Oh my gosh. And listen, I said, yeah, the goal that we're gonna score is not gonna be a nice goal. It's not gonna be a pretty goal. It's gonna be one of the guys from last season, like a defender, like I said before, scoring a header. That's how we're gonna open our campaign. All of these Cunhas, all of these Mbumos, these guys aren't gonna score yet. They're not. They're goal shy. They're goal shy still, people. You know, look at Cunha. Cunha's hit the post, yeah, twice now, almost in 2 games. He's had about 4 chances to score, and he hasn't. So Cunha misses, guys. He misses. No, Bruno. Dorgy was right there, man. Give it to him. Nice, Sesko. Give it to Sesko again. See how much better we play with a striker, bro. This manager, man. This manager, yeah. Like I keep saying, yeah. Oh my lord. Buy in there. Buy in there. Claim this. Oh my gosh. Oh, okay, okay. All right, people. He scored a goal, people. Oh, flipping heck. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. I thought so. When he skipped that ball past Dorgu, I was like, yeah, you're not really past Dorgu. Dorgu is not that sort of footballer that you can skip the ball past like that. Maybe he is, but his recovery pace as well, Dorgu, he's going to bring him back. He was going wide. So it's going to be recorded as an own goal. So technically, we still haven't scored yet. Yeah, I thought so. The header was going wide. And so if it does go in, it's going to be an own goal rather than a Euro goal. I don't care, people. It is what it is. We scored. That's all that matters. Brian Mbumo's had a flipping. He's just been running around all game. Look at him. Brian Mbumo has become, our runner. He's basically, oh, Brian Mbumo has become our Garnacho sort of footballer. The guy that we try to get between the lines, not between lines, the guy that we try to get through balls to, the guy that we want running off the edge, of our opponents, off the defense, the guy that we try to give the ball to relieve pressure. He's just making loads of runs all the time, Brian Mbumo. Ah, Bruno with a nutmeg, cheeky. A nice Sesko. Oh, Sesko. Sesko's hold-up play so far, guys, is decent. It's better than Hoyland's. Can we, most of the time when Sesko's had the ball, he's managed to control it with a good touch, and he's managed to find a teammate. We haven't seen him really on the floor, laying around on the floor like Hoyland would be, thrown around like Hoyland would be. He is already just, the first little 10 minutes we've seen of his play, his first touch, his control. He's already miles. Look at it. Look at that touch there. Look at that touch inside from him. And that pass wasn't a good pass, bro. He tried to be clever and do the outside of the foot pass with his right foot. That was not necessary at all, bro. It wasn't necessary. But that touch in field, yeah, your technical floor, and I keep saying this, his technical floor is well above Hoyland's, which means his technical ceiling, we don't know yet, bro. But I think he's got a very high ceiling to Sesko. I like Sesko so far. We haven't seen a lot of him yet, but from what I've seen, I like him. Come on, Dallo. There we go. What can we do here? And Bumo, take your time. Bruno. Bruno, that pass from Bruno was just so rubbish, bro. It was just so. TK's dog is like a badger on angel dust. What the hell? Man, a badger on angel dust, bro. That is funny. I said it's retro. People still on that. Thing about Dorgu, yeah. I'm not silly enough to say that Dorgu's technical ability is amazing, yeah, because Dorgu's technical ability isn't. It's just sound. Oh my lord, it's just sound. It's not great, but where he fails technically, Dorgu, he makes up physically. His athleticism, his speed, his aggression. He's not somebody you want to play against as an opponent, basically. British Bulldog. I feel like Sesko is not ready yet. His mind probs on houses. Kind of. Milton says Sesko must be very happy to be playing, even if he's still learning about United players. He's on. Yeah, you could tell. Yeah, he's still getting used to. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. The way that we play, everybody's getting used to the way that the system, because nobody's looking. Oh wow, I thought Iwobi's shot was gonna go in. Nobody's looking amazing, right? So me saying that Sesko's still getting used to things. Listen, Cunha's still getting used to things. Brandon Bumo's still getting used to things. You know, we still don't really have a midfield that I think that the manager really likes. Oh my lord, Ugate's coming on for who? Who's Ugarte coming on for now, guys? Oh my gosh, Mason Mount. Mason Mount lasted 70 minutes of football. I can't believe Mason Mount lasted 70 minutes of football. As soon as every single time, and this is facts, guys. This just observation. Both games, as soon as we've taken off our central midfielder, the only one we have, Casemiro, right? Because Bruno's not a central midfielder. As he plays in that roller, but he's not that player, right? In both games, as soon as we've taken off Casemiro, we've lost control in the middle of the park, or any kind of control we've lost it straight away. So I don't understand. Yeah, well, we can see that, but the manager doesn't see it. That's one thing that's frustrating as a fan, is when you can see something very clearly that the manager clearly doesn't also see, and he's getting paid millions of pounds and he doesn't see it. Uh we'll take that. We'll take that throw in. Vancouver. TK saying Vancouver is the place to be if you want to reach the clouds, metaphorically. If you want to get to the sky, go to Vancouver and you will be there in the clouds, in the sky. Choose your poison. Is that what people are saying? Kind FC says Bruno should have been the first one off again. I agree, Kind FC. It's a shame that this manager has his favourites. Bruno has been the worst player for United today. He should have been the first player to go. But he will play 90 minutes every game. And the saddest thing about the situation with, oh wow, Sesko, that's nice. The saddest thing about the situation with Bruno is that Kobe Mino is his replacement, which means Kobe's not going to get any game time. So we're going to have to watch Bruno stink the game out all season like he did last season, and then watch Kobe Mainoo's career at Man United end. Where's was Mount? Yeah, Milton Mount was moved in the double pivot, so it was Mount and Bruno for about 10 minutes in that middle before the manager made a change and now brought on Ugarte for Mount. So yes, and I know some of you guys said because of Mount's energy and running, some of you guys want him in the double pivot. I don't know, man. Luke Shaw, bro, that's you. You got to come over, Luke. Well done. Dallo, what you doing, bro? This is crazy. Of course. Of course. Fucking hell, man. I can't believe it. Of course. Of course, man. I can't believe this goal, bro. And I felt like it was coming. I was like, Luke Shaw, go over. Oh, man. What's Dallo doing there? What was Dallo doing there? And who's the left 10 to help Dallo? So easy. Oh, man. The run from Smith Rowe was good, but this was avoidable, man. Oh, my gosh. This manager's game management, bro. This manager's, I keep saying, this manager's game management. The substitutions the manager chooses to make in the game, bro. It is weird, bro. It is weird. What was Dallo doing there? He had no idea what was behind him. He wanted to do a little dance move, a little pirouette, a little spin. For why? Why did he need to do that? Oh man. They didn't look like they were scoring, bro. This Fulham team did not look like they were scoring at all. And this is the problem with Man United. How can we be huffing and puffing, yeah? Chance after chance, hitting the post, all these things, and all it takes is one little ball into the box and they've scored. We've been peppering them, not fully peppering them. It's not like it's been shot after shot, but we've had most of the chances. And these guys get one little, and the cross was a rubbish cross. It just bounced, delete, left it. Bro, I'm done with Man United, yeah. Being a fan of Manchester United, yeah, it's it's like an abusive relationship, bro. You try to be so optimistic, yeah. The new season starting, you buy the new kit, you buy the third kit, you get gassed up, you feel positive, you buy your new players, bro. Vancouver is home of the best weed, hands down. Not that I know. The Jammy Dodger of Wizzle. Bro, I need some of that after this game. After this game, I need to be in the clouds, bro. Because we're not going to score another goal. We're not going to score another goal, guys. And this game will end in a draw. And we'll have played 2 games and no wins. Oh my gosh. Inside, I'm fuming, guys. I'm fuming. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm not. I'm going to smile it out for the rest of the game. I'm going to smile it out my match reaction, but I'm fuming, guys. I'm not going to lie. TK predicted a draw. What's wrong with this team, bro? I don't know. Dallo did some little spinning thing and then gave the ball away. For I don't know. I don't have no idea why he did that, Dallo. And now it looks like Fulham are the only team gonna score. This manager has ruined the game. Like his changes have messed up the flow, the pattern, the rhythm. Like what are we doing in training? £200 million spent. How much money has Fulham spent? How much money has Fulham spent? Look at them. Amram is crazy, bro. Our manager is actually insane. And everyone's forgotten about last year. Almost flags up. Kind of see ESR baller. Seems like a soft goal. Proper soft goal, Milton, man. Proper soft goal. What was Dallo doing, bro? I still don't understand, man. Dorgu did so well to defend that, and Dallo let us down. Bad touch. Yeah. The funny thing is, guys, I want you guys to also understand this, yeah? His 2 favourites, yeah, Dallo and Bruno, are the 2 reasons why we've conceded 2 goals. Bruno, bad touch, yeah, led to the corner, yeah, and led to us conceding the goal against Arsenal. And then he brought on Dallo today, and Dallo did a little spinny Rooney, little spinny thing, and we conceded because of it. The 2 Portuguese guys that he's put his faith in, the 2 guys that he's sold his soul to, they've let us down. His players, his. Oh man, I don't understand what Dallo has done. What has Dallo added? My tactical analysis, I said Dalot shouldn't never start above Ahmad. I don't care how rubbish Ahmad is playing. What does Dalot do? I'd rather keep Ahmad on the pitch than play Dalot, because Dalot's supposed to come on, yeah, right? He's supposed to come on, and because he's right-footed, you're supposed to get crosses from him. He's supposed to put the cross it into a box, right, with his right foot and whip them in. How many times have you seen Dalot whipping a cross, yeah, since he's been on? And when he played against Arsenal, how many times did you see him do it? Like, yeah, you could do your inverted wing back, yeah, with Ahmad, who inverts and cuts in because he's left-footed. But if you're going to bring on Dalot, who's not inverted, who stays on the right-hand side, he's not using that side at all. Look at him. Look at Dalot. Just can't do it. It's not that guy. I don't know if I can survive this season, people. If this is going to be it, because last year, yeah, last year I was like, this is the worst year of football I have ever seen. I want this manager to leave. Then I said to myself, do you know what? He doesn't have his own players. All of these things. So I taught myself, yeah, out of being Amram out and being like, do you know what? Let me be more logical and objective. Car, this man's taken over Ten Hag's team with Ten Hag players, right? And that's why I kept saying to you guys in the summer, give the manager what he wants. Not obviously not every single detail of what he wants, but get him some new players, get him some quality players, because I don't want an excuse from him. Once we give him all of these players and he's still not able to coach a win, I don't want no excuses, bro. You have the players now. You should be beating Fulham. Here we go, Fulham in the box. Oh, let's see if we can counter. No, we can't counter. And it was like Ugarte's ball to Bruno, which was shit. We can't play with Ugarte in our midfield. We just can't do it. And this guy, after seeing what Ugarte did when he brought him on, and this is what I'm saying about our manager. Our manager saw what Ugarte did, yeah, after bringing him on in our previous game. He saw what happened to the football, and he did it again today in this game. He did it again today in this game. Eddie said Dallo is shit. Eddie says, bring on Dallo, bring on Ugarte for what? I don't understand when we want to win a game while you're bringing on Ugarte. His substitutions don't make sense, bro. When we need to score goals, he brings off attacking players and brings on defensive players. Like, he took off Ahmad, brought on Dallo. Took off Mount, brought on Ugarte. Like, this manager is crazy. Eddie says we have good players. He's just not using them properly. Yeah, man, I'm trying my best, guys, to give the manager the benefit. Maybe I'm being a bit. When this game is finished, I'll be able to rewatch it and I'll be able to look at it without being so. Right now, yeah, I'm being hell of I'm very emotionally charged. Yeah, so but what I'm seeing is not good. Kind of C says Bruno also didn't follow ESR ball watching. That's what Bruno does in that position. He can't play that role. To play that role, you have to be using your mirrors all the time. Bruno doesn't. Bruno wants to play facing the goal. He doesn't want to have to look behind him and worry about who's making runs behind him and all these things. That's not his mindset. I always got to tell people, playing a position, yeah, isn't just about what your technical ability to play the position. It's about your mindset. Are you defensive minded? Great, you can play the position, because it means you're always going to be checking over your shoulder. You're always going to be aware of what's around you. If you're not the type of footballer that checks what's behind you, then you can't really play in a defensive position. Bruno, he's not used to it. Bruno was always going to be caught out of position, always going to be ball watching in that double pivot position. He can't do it to the level that we want him to do it. and he's not a number 10. He can't play between the lines the way that Cunha does. He's been shoehorned into this team because he's Bruno and the manager likes him. Milton says it feels like Cunha is getting chances but not converting. Mbeumo is making runs and Sesko has only played in the second half. The problem is what the manager's doing, yeah? The manager is trying to revive players who we know are not good enough. The manager is trying to force Mason Mount down our throats again, and we've seen 2 years of it fail, right? With Ten Hag. And everyone's supposed to get 2 years, apparently, and leave, but Mason Mount is still here. Højlund has to go. Højlund has to go after 2 years, but Mason Mount gets to stay for 3 years. Luke Shaw's been there for 10 years. The manager's trying to play players here that, oh my lord, here we go. 2-1. The manager's trying to force players and revive careers like Mount and Shaw's. This is terrible, guys. I ain't gonna lie, this is demoralizing. Just when we thought we were gonna win our first game, bro. I said we're not gonna score any more goals. This team doesn't score goals, and we're not gonna score goals. I did say that we're gonna win by some scrappy little goal, and we're not gonna score a second. Because what makes you think? What makes you believe we're gonna score a second based on what you've seen? Look at Bruno. Look just there, yeah. 85 minutes, yeah. How Bruno just charged forward to press. Well done, Sesko. Foul. Look at that from Sesko. That was good. Tim says we need to get grip of this quickly. Eddie says he brought on Nugate to park the bus. He's a coward. I can't do this, manager, bro. You know when everyone talks about the Man United way, and we like to talk about Man United culture and all these things. I gotta remind people this manager is not Man United. He doesn't understand the Man United. He's all about negativity and defensive. He's not an attacking manager. Like, and this is what I'm saying. We gotta stop allowing all of these Ten Hags, these Amrams, these random quirky little like foreign managers that come in, do their little quirky little systems, destroy our players, destroy Garnacho, Sancho, and all of our players. Say that they can't fit in their little quirky systems, and then fire them and get another quirky little manager. We got that's why sometimes I can't do the whole back the manager in front of all the players. I'm like, listen, sometimes the managers are shit. Sometimes managers are shit, and you can't just back managers, bro. Sometimes a manager will convince you that he's good, change the whole team, kick out the players that are decent, and then make you finish 15th, like Ten Hag. So you can't just blindly back the manager. It's like I prefer, I wish, managers proved themselves. I wish before, people sang Amarim songs, before people made a song about Amarim, before people started backing the manager above all the players. I wish the manager did something to prove something to the fans. I wish the managers had to do something to earn fan support. Managers don't need to. Players do. Manager comes in, you start singing the Amarim song. He finishes 15th. You worship him, right? Almost. We almost scored, right? And he's done nothing for you to worship him. He's failed last year. But then players have to work miracles and score hat tricks for you to earn their support. But as soon as the manager comes in, it's like back the manager straight away, regardless of how good he is. Just back him. I'm just annoyed, guys. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be moaning for the next 2 or 3 minutes because I'm just frustrated. I'm annoyed at what I'm seeing. So you might not get loads of logic from me. You might just get just loads of emotional talk. Because my head is hot. My head is hot, man. Ah, oh, my head is hot. This is crap. Oh, man. Mm. And the thing is, you'll get some people say, "Oh, get rid of all these players." Bro, we literally got a whole new like eight. We got 8 new players in our first team in like in the space of a year. We can't keep changing the team every second because the manager keeps failing, bro. Look at Bruno again. Bruno survived a whole 90 minutes of football. Shivam says, I can't watch anymore. Bruno doesn't work in CM. It's clear as water. This is shambles. I don't care who you get in. Also, the obsession with Bruno Dallo Mount needs to stop immediately. Shivam, it's a shame that when you talk sense like that, the manager doesn't know sense, bro. I think we can all see it. Sometimes I wish I can get into somebody's head and to see what they see. I wish someone could ask the manager, why do you keep playing Bruno even though he has bad games? You can't ask those questions because if you do, you won't get invited to another press conference again. But I wish you could. Why does Bruno keep playing even though he doesn't fit into that double pivot position? Shivam says, is he the same manager that scored 4 against City just before coming to United? Yes, Shivam, he is that guy. Yes, he is that guy, Shivam. British Bulldog says we don't have the players to play his football. The midfield is the problem. We need to cash in on Bruno, says Shivam. And Orhan says, it's Cunha on the field. Bruno runs around like a headless chicken. Yeah, Cunha's gone missing for the past 15 minutes, I'm not going to lie. But Bruno, yeah, Bruno's got no positional discipline. He's a problem. Mm. Mm-hmm. British Bulldog, we don't have the players to play his football. I kind of get that. But you've changed the whole back line for him. You changed the whole front line for him. So the only players that we need to get for him now are the midfielders, right? And all I'm saying is this. Forget his system for a second. We need to win games. Forget his quirky little stupid system. His little kinky, forget his kinky system. Forget the kinks, yeah? Because he's just kinky, all these kinky managers with these weird systems. You have better players than the opponent. Go and beat them. Forget systems now because the thing is, we talk about he doesn't have players for his system. Guess what? He's changed his system. He plays with a fluid. He started the match playing with a fluid front three. Yeah. 3 10s, as we said. Yeah. You said 5 10s. You said yourself, British Bulldog. He's changed his system. Don't be fooled by these things. He has adapted in preseason. He showed us different ways of playing his system with his three tens, all of these things. 2 holding midfielders with 1 10 in front and 2 split strikers. We saw 3 variations, yeah, of the way that he wants to play in preseason. 3. His typical system, the 3 10s, and the split striker, right? We've seen all of those systems today. We started off with the 3, right? And in some parts, we saw Brian and Boomer on Cunha. Brian and Boomer on Mount play ahead of Cunha, i.e., split striker system. And we're now going to end, yeah, with his typical system with the 1 striker and 2 10s, right? He can be fluid. I get it. We haven't bought midfielder. Finish! I get it. We haven't bought midfielders, yet, and that's the last. That's the finishing piece of his puzzle. But can you actually say, or is it guaranteed though? Can you say with your chest that once we get Baleba and Wharton, or two midfielders that fit his system, can you say that you see this fluently working? Because I still need to be convinced, that this system works in the Premier League. I still need to be convinced, that I still need to be convinced, that playing with two midfielders against everyone else playing with three, I need to be convinced that works. We haven't seen anything, so far in the year or just under a year he's been here for us to buy into his system. We finished 15th and we started the season really badly. So we're yet to see, unless we're basing it purely on what he did with Sporting, which is fine. We can do, and in a whole different Portuguese league that none of you guys respect, none of you respect that league. So unless we're basing it on what we saw with Sporting, fine. If we're basing what we're seeing in the Premier League since he's been here, we haven't actually seen anything, because systems are supposed to make players also better. He hasn't improved anybody. Nobody looks better playing with Amram. Nobody. Nobody. All the players that we bought look worse. No, he hasn't. He doesn't improve anybody, and he hasn't improved anybody since he's been here. I'm glad Heaven's on the field anyway. There you go, guys. My moaning is over, or is it? Oh, we haven't lost the game. That's a positive, right? We didn't lose. We played an away game. We had a penalty that we skied over the bar. We should have won the game. We had opportunities to win the game, but let's be positive. I'm gonna try to be positive, not toxic positive, but we didn't lose today against Fulham, and we played away from home. So that's a positive, people. That's a positive I've got for you. Milton says, if there are strikers, the ball is not getting to them. No, we're not. We didn't progress the ball at all. Yeah, the midfield is finished, guys. When he made all those changes, nothing looked good. Nothing looked good after those changes. One thing I've noticed about the manager, which is unlike Ten Hag. When Ten Hag made changes, not all the time though, because there's no narrative that fits all the time. But a lot of times when Ten Hag made changes, they actually impacted the game. Especially when Ten Hag brought Garnacho on. I preferred Garnacho coming on as a sub than starting games, right? When this manager makes changes, apart from the few times he's put on Maguire as a striker and he's like saved us, they haven't really changed the game. They haven't really made an impact. Actually, Fulham did not pressure our keeper. Eddie says Amram is a Portuguese league level manager. We have to start thinking about the fact that a system might work in the Portuguese league, but it might not work like in the Premier League. And we also got to think about what kind of manager do we bring in, that needs a specific type of footballer for a specific system, bro. That's crazy. We've had Pep Guardiola, we've had Arne Slot, Let's understand there that Slot came into Liverpool. Slot has his own system and Slot has his own way of playing. What did Slot do? What did Slot do? Slot said, fuck my system. Fuck the players that I like. Fuck all of that. These are the players that I have. And I'm going to win the league with these players before I start. Now, this season, we're starting to see Klopp ball a bit more. He's got Wirtz, he's got a few others, and he might take time to blend in. You have to also make do with the players that you have. You also, a good manager not only has a good system and needs players to fit in his system, a good manager also can work with what he has. This manager is not good at doing that. Very disappointing. Very disappointing. This was a game that was there for the taking. This is a game that, in my opinion, we should have won based on what happened today. Bad finishing. bozo moments from some of our players, from Bruno, from Dallo. Bad substitutions. Not starting your strongest team, not starting with a striker again. And we're going to start the next game with a fluid front three again. This is going to be how we start games now. Mason Mount has wormed his way into the team again. And we know what happens when Mason Mount starts. Mason Mount, yeah, starts every season. Mason Mount started the Ten Hag season. He was poor. He got injured. He was rubbish. He started the last season. Rubbish. And once again, Mason Mount, he's starting this season. Hopefully, guys, in about 3 or 4 games, we won't see him start any more matches. But our manager loves him. So we might see Mason Mount continue to play. We might see that stupid... British Bulldog calls it 500 tens rather than play with a striker. Why is our manager doing these things? Making these decisions? You've got all of these players. You've got Xerxes on the bench. Man has Xerxes on the bench. He didn't bring him on. He didn't bring him on. You needed to score a goal. You had Xerxes on the bench. You didn't bring him on. Why? 2 games now, no Xerxes. 2 games now, no Kobe. What's Mainu thinking? Mainu's probably looking at this thinking, wow, Bruno's cost us 2 games. Missing penalties. Bruno's playing the way he's playing, right? If Kobe Mainu had the game that Bruno has today, if Kobe Mainu played the way Bruno played today, you will not see Kobe Mainu back in the first team for 4 months. Why is Ugarte allowed to play badly and still be given game time? Bruno plays badly, gets to play a full 90 minutes, but Kobe Mainu just sits on the bench all day, every day, not being given a chance. 1-0 down. 1-0 down, you take off Casemiro. Why don't you bring on Kobe? Think about this, guys, for 1 second. You're 1-0 up, should I say, right? Or you're 1-0, it's 1-0. Whatever the scoreline was, I can't remember, right? You want to make an attacking change. Take off Casemiro and you put Mason Mount in the double pivot. Why don't you put fucking Kobe Mainu there? This guy, yeah, would rather play a double pivot, yeah, of Mason Mount and Bruno, 2 10s, right? Rather than play Kobe Mainu, who actually is a midfielder. And do you know how crazy you have to be? Do you know how insane, yeah, and sick in your head you have to be as an individual, yeah? How mentally ill. And there's loads of people, listen, if you're mentally ill and you're mentally disturbed, go get some help. I'm not trying to take the mick out of those sort of people. But do you know how mentally disturbed you have to be, yeah? To look at the picture, see what kind of game Bruno is having, yeah? See what kind of game Bruno's having. Take off Casemiro, who was the better of the midfielders. Then put Mount in the double pivot. And you want to score a goal. And then afterwards, you take Mount off. Even though you want to score a goal, you take Mount off and you put on Ugarte. After you saw what Ugarte did last game. And then Kobe Mainu is just sitting on the bench thinking, why can't I play? What do I need to do to start ahead of Bruno? What do I need to do to come on for like 20 minutes? What do I need to do? What needs to happen for Bruno to be subbed off the pitch? Because you can't get any worse than the game that you had today and he never got subbed. So what does Bruno need to do to be subbed off the pitch? And for Kobe Mainu to get a game? I want to know. I want the chat to tell me. What does Bruno need to do a Cantona and fly kick somebody? Well, then he'll get a red card. Does he need to be red carded again? Because when Bruno got sent off, other players got game time. I said to you guys 2 days ago, I'm worried about Kobe Mainu. Not because I care about footballers like that, but he's not going to get any game. Bruno will play 90 minutes. Bruno will be the worst player on the pitch and continue to play 90 minutes. This manager, yeah, I started the season and I've got a channel now and the chat is popping. Yeah, you guys know, yeah, I've keep saying I don't want to be negative when it comes to this manager. I don't want to be too negative because I can be and I can rant and rant and rant. I want to start the season positively. That's why when TK says, you know, draw and all these things, I'm trying to be a bit positive. And you guys know, I've said it, I'm trying to be positive on this channel. because you don't grow by being negative, by crying and complaining. But I'm not going to be sitting here and doing toxic positivity. I'm not going to be sitting there after a performance like that and be like, yeah, we played well. No, listen. When it comes to assessing the game objectively, I will do it. But right now, it's too fresh and I'm too frustrated, people. Anyway, before we close the stream, let me see what the chat's been saying, because, guys, this is not good. This is not good. One game a week, and this is the performances we're pointing out. Eddie says Amrim is a Portuguese league level manager. Kind FC says, wait, so Mount, Bruno, Dalot and Ugarte can play his system. These are players he seems to prefer. Yeah, and those are the players that seems to have the worst games, Kind FC. If those are the players that understand his system more, that he likes the most, those are also the 4 players for me who play the worst. Jerry, big up Jerry in the chat. Why buy a tall striker if you're not going to put balls in for him? Jerry, don't get me started, Jerry, bro. Do not get me started on bringing on Dalot, the right footer who doesn't cross the ball. Dalot hasn't crossed the ball for about 2-3 years. And the thing is, Dalot, yeah, used to be a guy, yeah, that when he played right back, he was always crossing the ball. For Lukaku and all these players, Dalot was always crossing the ball. Now, Dalot doesn't put a cross in. He hardly does. And if he does put it in, it's always a rubbish cross. Dalot used to be decent at cross. I don't know what happened to Dalot, guys. I have no idea what's happened to him. Milton says we went back to Bruno, Casemiro midfield and subs Ahmad and moves back Mount. Milton, I don't even understand. I don't even know. When I do my analysis, I can't wait to do my tactical breakdown. I was gonna say I can't wait to watch the game again, but I'm not gonna lie, guys. I'm not looking forward to rewatching the game in order to do my tactical analysis of the game. It's not this game. TK says no, we should have lost this game. Says TK. I don't agree with we should have lost. I still think we had the better chances, and based on the fact we had the better of the chances, we had the penalty and all these things. I think we could have won the game. Oran says I have them in my accumulator as a draw. I wish. Well done, Orhan. I hope you get money. I hope you get money. I should have banked on a draw. I was too optimistic. Now, I think now I'm learning. I'm a very quick learner. I gave the manager too much credit. I gave the manager too much benefit of the doubt. I was thinking now that he's got the better players, he's going to set the team up better. But the manager also, he doesn't decide that Bruno misses the penalty. That's not the manager. That's not the manager. British Bulldog says, oh well, on to Burnley. Don't get too excited. They're above us in the table. Yeah, I'm not going to be British Bulldog. Not anymore. I've seen enough now. Those 2 games. Owen says, about the game, I have no comments about the game. Tim says it's disappointing. Shivam, we are 16th, bro. Oh, man. It's only 2 games. It's only 2 games, people. Oh, we are 16th, bro. We have fallen. Sell Bruno, Dalot, Ugarte, and Mount. Buying there was running like a headless chicken. Where's £200 million we spent? I can't see it. Milton says Maguire and Mainu didn't get on the... Maguire get on at the end? I think Maguire got on at the end, didn't he? Up front? No, I can't remember. But maybe you're right. Maguire, Mainu... Why doesn't Mainu get on the pitch? Why doesn't Mainu get on the pitch, man? Shivam says even Thomas Frank with just one signing has won a couple of games, changing the whole system. Yes, Shivam. That's why when people say he needs his players, I'm always like, I hear that because nothing's black and white. It is nuance. Yes, he does. You are right. But then I'm always giving you examples of other managers like Thomas Frank who walk into a team, only buy 1 or 2 players and completely transform the team with their system. Everybody expected this manager to come into Manchester United without having to buy players. We expected him to implement his system and at least improve some of the players that we actually had. we thought that's going to happen. We thought this manager was going to come in with his system, just like Thomas Frank has with Tottenham, just like any other manager has. Give us a manager bounce last season, implement your system and improve the players you currently have, while also knowing that you do need your own players. We never got that. He didn't improve anybody. Everyone looked worse in his system. Everybody. Right? We didn't get a new manager bounce last season and we finished 15th. This season has started. He's got a new front line. He couldn't score because of his front line. He begged the board to give him new attackers. He's got the best attackers now in the Premier League, apparently, with Cunha and Bumo. And we still struggling to score and to play a certain football or type of football to fit his system. So I'm like, what are we doing here? If all we're missing, guys, is two players, and the midfield is important. Let's not act like the midfield is important. We should still see enough. But we don't. Like, Adam Wharton and Bleba will improve us, guys. But not as much as you think. Not as much as you actually think. The manager is going to have to start managing and coaching very quickly. TK said, I called it 1-1 draw. This United, I said the midfield is the biggest need. It's 100% clear we don't score because we have a remedial midfield. I hear that, TK, but the midfield didn't tell Bruno to miss the penalty. You know, that's what I'm trying my best to be like. Yes, we do need a midfield, but the midfield didn't say, Bruno, go miss the penalty, please. The midfield didn't say, Cunha, please hit the post. The midfield didn't say, Cunha, please, when you're through and goal, use your side foot. That's 3-0 right there. You know? And the midfield wasn't the issue against Arsenal. That's why I don't want to give this manager no excuses and be like, oh, he needs 2 new midfielders in order to play some decent football. I think it's nuanced, guys, as usual. Yes, the midfield is a problem and it's always going to be a problem. But it's about how much of a problem it is for us still not to beat Fulham. That's the question. Are you saying it's that much of a problem that we can't beat Fulham? Because even with the Bruno and Casemiro, you can argue that's still a midfield good enough to beat Fulham. It's about levels, man. I don't know how to quantify it, but I don't know, guys. I don't know, man. It is what it is. My brain's fried, guys. I'm just going to do my match reaction. I'm going to record my match reaction, put it up, and then maybe do my tactical analysis tomorrow, guys. Yeah, it hasn't been a great day, but we didn't lose. And that might wind some people up, but we didn't lose today, guys. And we were away from home. You know, the one trying to find. Let me try to find some positives. We didn't lose. We were away from home. I don't know, people. Anyway, before we wrap up, Shivam says, this is utterly shambles. We need to rant the hell out of the manager. I know it's early in the season, but I see no progress. Every match, it's someone or the other who makes a mistake and we go down, says Shivam. Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. See you next week for this fun football club. British Bulldog in the chat. Oh, no, guys. This season. Are we going to have another season? No, we're not. Let's speak. No, we're not going to have. No, we can't. I can't. Listen. I cannot, yeah. I'd rather, not do any watch-alongs. If we start to drift back into last season, and the football we played last season, I don't know if I can handle this, guys. I can't handle the football that we played last season. Last season was the worst season of football I've ever seen in my life of being a Manchester United supporter. And I think what's also happening, a lot of us who are traumatized, fully traumatized by that season. I'm like, people think trauma is just like things that happen when you're a kid and loads of bad things. Listen, you can be traumatized with anything, bro. We were all traumatized last season. Fully traumatized by the football and finishing 15th. And what's happened is that we're scared as well of returning back to that football. And we are seeing some signs that we could drift back into last year. We're seeing it, even after spending 200 million. So a lot of us, that trauma is just, that thing is just flicking now. I don't know, people. We're at Grimsby listen, if we can't beat Grimsby, If we can't beat Jerry, if we cannot beat Grimsby, pack it in. We got to pack it in. We got to pack it in. I mean, but we said this all last season. Every game last season, we're like, if we can't beat this team, then I'm done. Then we lose. Then we go into the next game. Then we're like, if we can't beat Tottenham in the Europa League, then we lose to Tottenham in the Europa League. Then we've been doing this all last season. Last season, we broke records again in terms of games lost. We couldn't win. We didn't win one back-to-back game whole of last season. Can you imagine a Manchester United season where we play 60, 70 games and not win one back-to-back game in the Premier League? Not once. Not once. And we started this season exactly the same with different players. Wendell in the chat. Wendell's appeared in the chat. Hi, guys. Should have killed the game off in the first 15 minutes. Yeah, Wendell, that's what I'm trying to say. As much as I'm angry and I'm being hella emotional right now. I'm frustrated. I can't forget the fact that we had 3 chances to score in the first 15 minutes and we flubbed our lines, including a penalty. And the manager can't, he can't do anything about that. That's the players. But the manager has to take some responsibility as well for the way he set up and for the changes that he made. Once again, starting without a striker. Wendell says Mal had a better game than Bruno. He did, but Bruno will always stay on the pitch. Bruno will kill this manager. I'm not like you guys. I have no allegiances to this manager. I'm not saying you guys do, but I've got no, if I'm not going to choose the manager over any of these players. That's why I didn't choose this manager over Garnacho. I didn't choose Ten Hag over Sancho. 99% of the fan base chose Ten Hag over Jadon Sancho, and that's why they hate Sancho. It's all started at that one tweet when Sancho decided to defend himself against the manager. I'm never going to defend shit managers over good footballers. Never. Never. Because the players are always going to be more important than the manager. Without the players, there's no team. Wendell says we cannot expect miracles. We need midfielders. Yes, we do. But it's just frustrating that we couldn't finish our dinner. And it's also frustrating, Wendell, that the manager doesn't seem to see what's wrong. I feel like he's not on the same wavelength as the fans. I feel like when we're watching the game, we're seeing things that are clearly wrong. And the manager's, I don't know, I feel like he's just ignoring them, man. Wendell says we don't have goalkeepers. Casemiro played 52 minutes. I thought he was on the bench. Says TK. Oh, man. Shivam says, believe that Sir Alex was just the greatest manager the world could see. No system, just pure attacking and one mindset to win every game. What's missing with is the managers United are getting. Yeah, I agree. I feel like, this is my thing now, yeah? This is my thing, people. You know how we all go for Prem proven footballers who understand the Prem? I don't understand why we're not going for Prem proven managers. I don't understand why Man United want players who understand the Premier League, who are proven in the Premier League, but we're getting Ten Hags and we're getting Amarims who have no idea what the Premier League is like and have to take 2 or 3 seasons to learn. How does that make sense? How does that make sense, people? That we're getting Prem proven player, but we have a manager who's still trying to play a little kinky system for the league. And he's going to die on this system. He said he's going to die on this system. And look what Thomas Frank is doing for Tottenham. I said, when we got Amorim, I said I wanted Thomas Frank. We need to look in the Premier League, for the next up-and-coming Premier League. Just like we got the best, we've got Cunha and Mbumo, who we think are going to reach the next level. We need to get our next manager from the best of the young managers in the Premier League. We need to get a Thomas Frank, someone who clearly, with better players, would do a good... Look what he's done for Brentford. You think he can't do... If he gets given Man United players and Man United money, he's not going to... Look what he's doing for Tottenham. That's what we needed to do. Stop these little quirky, kinky managers that come in with their kinky formations. They want to play this sort of special football that's not tried or tested in this league. We don't know if this system works in this league. None of us do. We have not seen it. We've seen it in the Portuguese league We've seen Sporting play against Man Cities and stuff in the Champions League, but we've not seen this system in the Premier League week in, week out. Even the Chelsea team that played three at the back, right? And people keep talking about Mount playing in that team. It was a different system. Yes, it was three at the back, but it wasn't two-man midfield. It wasn't a two-man midfield. A lot of teams who play with three at the back, right, who play with wing backs, don't actually play with a two-man midfield. We do. We do. So, I don't know, man. I know believers Alex was just we needed a goal, bring on Mainey, but he decided to bring on Ugarte. Yeah, Wendell, I don't get this manager, man. I don't get the subs. We didn't lose, and that's a positive. The club has fallen way behind. Bro, I'm trying to find positives out here. I'm trying to find them. It's not positive for me, but that's me trying to put a spin on it for you, for everyone else. The one positive is that we didn't lose and we played away from home. That's literally the only positive I can find, guys. Literally. Wisdom out here talking like Marcel. Nah, man, come on. Leave me, kind FC. Don't do that to me. I'm not Marcel, bro. Marcel is just manager FC. We're gonna win 10 games in a row. Marcel's on a different planet, bro. Like, I like to think I'm more level-headed. Like I said, I've been Amram out for a while. I've just hidden it. I just haven't verbalized it, and I've tried to be positive about Amram, but I'm getting there. I'm not Amram out. I was like that last year. If you watched me last year, I was like, get this manager out the club. This season, we'll see, man. We'll see. This draw feels as bad as the Gunners game. That's probably why I feel worse, yeah, about this draw than I do about the Arsenal loss. That's what it is. I actually feel worse about this draw than I do about the Arsenal defeat at home. Milton says, when Amram throws on substitutes, apart from Sesko, he will always be central striker. The changes seem to weaken this. Yes, Milton. Yes. His subs are not good. His subs never improve us, never make us better. Anytime the 60-minute mark comes and he's about to make a change, yeah, I'm always like, we're not going to lose a game. His changes will always make us lose momentum. Momentum will always lost when he makes changes. Always lost. And I feel like he always makes the wrong changes, this guy. He doesn't affect games during the game. It's like with Amram, what you see at the start is what you're going to get. You're not going to change the game, and he's not going to affect the game during the game, which a manager is paid for. A manager is paid, yeah, to... Once you start the game with your team, with your formation, cool, that's fine. But you're watching the game as a manager, you're studying it. You're also supposed to understand what now needs to do or what now needs to happen in order for you to affect the game. He's sitting there watching the game just like we are, but often, more times than not, the changes he's making, they're not affecting the game. They're making the game worse. They're making the team worse. That is really bad. Maybe, like he said, he doesn't have the players at his disposal, but then Xerxes didn't even come on the pitch. Mainoo needs to start over Bruno against Burnley, says TK. Too bad it won't happen. I agree, TK. Can Mainoo play better than Bruno, worse than Bruno played today? Bruno was shocking today. He was shocking today, and we all saw it, and the manager kept him on all game. Bruno's got himself in a position where the fan base and the manager both think that we can't do anything without him. We've had better players come and go. We've had Ronaldo, Rooney, Pogba's, Ibrahimovic, Van Persie's. We've had much better players than Bruno come and go. For some reason, we're in a place as a fan base, as a team, where the manager and a lot of fans believe that we can't do anything without Bruno, and he has to play every game 90 minutes. It's a very dangerous place to be. It's a very dangerous place to be. Anyway, Milton says, Wiz, when United went 1-0 up, you were so happy. We kept that lead only for maybe 10 minutes. Yeah, man, I'm always going to be happy when we win, bro, and when we score. Especially my United team, yeah, that doesn't score goals, bro. I was happy that we scored. I mean, we all should be happy that we scored. You know, that's just my initial reaction. I'm not going to... After we score, just sit there. I'm gonna be listen. We have wanted and needed that goal to go in, but we didn't even score it. It was an own goal, guys. It was an own goal. We technically didn't score today. We technically did not score today. It was an own goal. We have not scored a goal in 2 games in 180 minutes of football. Last season, scoring goals was a problem, and we started this season with 2 goal scoring tens, and we haven't scored a goal. AP says sell Bruno. Sell Bruno. That's not going to happen. I wish we sold Bruno. Milton says it's weird to have Mount up front. Very, very weird, bro. He's not a striker. Like, I can't believe we're doing this whole let's and also the media have a part to play. This whole Mount and Luke Shaw thing that they're doing. They've been here for Mount's been here for 3 years now. Shaw's been here for 11 years. They should be part of the players that we need to sell. But for some reason, they escape criticism. They're always injured and they're rubbish. And now we got to do the whole media PR propaganda. Let's reinvent Mason Mount. When Mason Mount plays, he's amazing. When the manager comes out in press conference and says, Mason Mount and Shaw, they're brilliant players. They're amazing when they're fit. Blah blah blah. I'm like, oh my lord, are we really going to redo this whole Mason Mount show? We've done this for the last 3 years and it's not worked. They're not good enough. Now we're going back there again. We're going back there again. No, let's rebuild this team. Anyway, Ruben Abrams is now going to be on the screen. Let's see what he's got to say. Let's hear this guy out. Let's hear what he's got. No, I want to hear what this guy's got to say, bro. He's not going to make sense, is he? The effort. We did well at the beginning of the game. That's what he said. That's true. We did all right at the beginning. We created chances. He's saying that we were focusing on the result, but we weren't focusing on actual performance. This guy with his words, bro, the poet. Said we scored a goal and we should do the opposite, have more possession, but instead we did. But you made those changes as well, bro. Listen to this guy after a loss is also very painful, man. You look at him; he's self-soothing. He's always doing this now, isn't he? You know, Pep's always like this. This guy is always like this. I do this sometimes, to be fair, but he's always self-soothing. He's always itching and scratching his neck. Yeah. Milton says the manager's choice is very restricted. TKS, this game was a trip back in time to last season. Thank you, Amrim. That's why I say I think what's happened to a lot of us, if we're gonna talk psychology for a second, is PTSD has kicked in for a lot of us. This game reminds us of last season. Milton says when Amrim throws on substitutes, apart from Sesko, who will always be a central striker, the change. Yeah, I think I've read this already. Yeah, I read that already. Sub Bruno, Osman, big up Osman. Yo, we'll be done soon, Oz. Is the hierarchy kind of hanging manager out to dry by spending so much money on all the front line? You're gonna leak goals. The manager may be gone before new, stronger defense midfield is in place. There's Osman with a level head on the situation. As emotional as I'm being, he's reminding us that the midfield is not good enough. The goalkeeper is not good enough. And spending money on the front line is one thing, but we do need a midfield, which we've all agreed that we do need, to be fair. Shivam says, I see the same problem going on. Where's the ball for our number 9? No service again. Do you think playing players out of position for long enough is the problem? Bruno, Cunha, Ahmad, all out of position. It's going to be an interesting game for me to analyse, Shivam, because now that I've calmed down a little bit, we had chances in the first 15 minutes. Whether it's Cunha's hitting the post, Cunha being through on goal, and that volley, the penalty that we missed. If we took those chances, that's 2, maybe even 3-0 up, right? And the game is done. However, in terms of how we played, I think today the midfield was more of a problem. Against Arsenal, I think we dealt with Arsenal's midfield. We had 62% of the possession, and the 3-10s worked well in a way to overcrowd that middle of the park. Against Fulham today, it didn't work as well. We weren't finding the intensity wasn't there like against Arsenal. And we weren't playing well in large parts of the game due to the fact that in this game, the 3-10s that usually drop into that midfield area to overcrowd it, they weren't doing it as much. And they weren't doing it as much because they wanted to score. But by not dropping in and not overloading the area, you're leaving Bruno and Casemiro by themselves again as 2 midfielders. So I feel like the 3-10s, yeah, rather than sort of dropping into that middle area, they were actually playing the positions. Cunha was actually playing as a striker. Hence why he was through on goal about 2 or 3 times, because Cunha was actually playing as a striker rather than dropping in deep and supporting the midfield. So by doing that, it means we're left with a 2-man midfield, which means we're more exposed. So I keep saying playing with those 3-10s is good, but it's also bad. I say play with 3-10s that alternate, that fluctuate, that keep moving. Moving around doesn't help you learn your position. Like if you want Mbeumo to be a really good right 10, keep him in that right 10 position. Don't let him move. Don't let him float around too much. He needs to understand that position and work it out and learn how to play with Ahmad on that side. Keep improving and develop a relationship. By doing a fluid front 3 thing and you have them moving around all the time, then that's not how you learn your system. Repetition is how you learn a system. So there's some positives with, like I said, the fluid front 3, but there's also negatives, man. And I feel like he needs to sort it out. Because the more you coach this fluid front 3 system, I think the harder it will be to play your typical striker system. That's in my opinion. But I don't know, guys. There's so many things going on in my head right now with regards to this match, if I'm being honest. Kind of see, bro. Kind of see call me kind of see called me Marcel, kind of see try to fully triggered me, the ones kind of sees that man said you're Marcel. I was like, no, I ain't Marcel. Don't call me Marcel. All right then, guys. Big up Kind of C in the chat, bro. Big up Kind of C all day, every day, man. United fans and media loves a good, remontada. Take the Saudi money for Bruno and buy a midfield, but this manager can't let him go, says Kind of C. I agree. Milton says Euro, Maguire, De Ligt might be better. Ahmad in, bring Manu back and start Sesko. What's going on with Ahmad as well, guys? Ahmad was our player, one of our best players last season. Yeah. I saw the referee nudge, but that shouldn't make him miss a penalty. Yeah, but that shouldn't. The referee walking past Bruno and nudging him.
3 seasons ago.
That shouldn't make you miss a penalty, bro. Like that, I'm not gonna be convinced here that that's rattled Bruno. A referee just walking into you a little bit has rattled you and made you miss a penalty. No, I'm not buying it. I'm not gonna stop infantilizing footballers and stop saying a footballer who plays a physical sport who gets touched all the time, he missed a penalty because the referee walked past him and nudged him. I'm not gonna give that to Bruno. No way. He needs to score that penalty, bro. He needs to score penalties. Yeah, should be scored, and you should at least get them on target, minimum, people. But that's it, guys. I'm done. I feel like my instant reaction of frustration and anger has now died down a little bit,
And I feel like I'm now ready to do my match reaction to give a more rounded view of the game rather than just an emotional Saeed TV sort of cry. I don't want to cry on stream. That's not me. So I'm going to do my match reaction. Look out for that. Probably going to be saying a lot of the things I've already said already, but look out for the match reaction. And also, guys, look out for the tactical analysis, which I'll probably do. It's going to be so painful for me to watch this game back again. It's going to be so frustrating, but I'm going to break it down for you guys. We're going to see what went wrong. Because watching a game, the way that we watch it, the way that I watch it, I can tactically break it down, but I need to watch it again and watch it in a different way. Use my eyes differently. Look at the shapes, look at the space, look at all of these things, look at the patterns. Yeah, I'm going to have to rewatch the game again in order to break it down for you guys. But big up yourselves. Big up the chat as always. It's a shame once again we couldn't get the win. I want us to start experiencing some wins, guys, as a community, bro. We can't keep watching United and United keep doing this, man. We can't. We can't. So hopefully people. Milton, Bruno skied it into Rosed. He literally skied it, Milton. I've never seen him do that. He skied it into the stands. Bruno didn't have a good game today, Milton. If you see anybody, whether it's United Stand, United View, all of these contents, if you see anybody give Bruno Fernandes more than a 5 out of 10, yeah, for today's performance, you know the problem. You know the problem. You know the problem. Bruno was shocking today, bro. He was shocking today. And he's had many games like this, and people don't call it. People don't talk about it. He's our captain. He is our captain. Niche fan. Big up Niche fan. Let me know what you thought of the game, Niche fan. Thanks for jumping in the chat briefly. Big up the chat. Big up Shivam, AP, Kind of C, TK, Wendell, Milton, BB, Jerry, Tim jumped in for a little bit as well. Eddie, big up the chat, man. You guys make this. Listen, like I said, listen, we'll lose together, we win together. Bad boys for life. No, I'm joking. Now, Niche fan. Oh man, I'm Amram out. No menu and no Xerxes. Absolute jokes. Niche fan, you've missed my rants, bro. I've literally been ranting for the last 15-20 minutes, bro, about this manager. I've got no rant left. I'm gonna do my match reaction, people, but I'm worried about the manager now. Last season, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Last season, I was Amram out. I was Amram out last season. I had enough. I had enough of this guy last season. This season, I haven't been vocal on this channel. I haven't been pushing an Amram out agenda. I don't want my Amram out agenda to consume you guys. I want to hear your opinions, right? So I haven't really been shouting Amram out and all these things. I've just been trying to keep it neutral. I've been saying things like I want the manager to get his players so he doesn't have any excuses. I've been trying to keep it neutral, but I'm not gonna lie, people. If this continues, the manager doesn't have a lot of credit in the bank for me. He doesn't. After what I saw last season from him, the same things are happening this season. His substitutions are absolutely shocking. And I used to think because our bench was rubbish, but our bench is better now. He has Manu on the bench. He has Xerxes on the bench. He has players on the bench that can actually attack, can do something. He's choosing not to do it. I don't understand what this guy is doing. However, at the same time, people, the manager did not force Bruno to miss the penalty. The manager did not force Cunha to miss that one-on-one with the goalkeeper when he was through on goal. The manager didn't do these things. The manager didn't tell Dallo to spin around. Don't think Dallo gave the ball away for the goal. Dallo received the ball, decided to do a little skill. He span around, conceded possession, a cross came in, and then they scored. The manager didn't force Dallo to do this. So individuals, once again, are not putting a ball in the back of the net. And individuals, once again, are making stupid mistakes at the back. However, this is where nuance has to come into play, guys, because it's not black and white. While the manager didn't do these things, the manager set us up. We set up based on what the manager wants to do. The manager's substitutions were really bad. His approach to the game was very negative. He took off Ahmad, an attacking player, and put on Dallo, a defensive player. That's what the manager did. So the manager has a lot of responsibilities for this performance. The result, I think, is more down to the players. The result is more down to the players because I feel like we should have scored at least one of those chances, at least a penalty or the Cunha chance. But the performance, I think, was more down to the manager and how he set up and the players he chose to pick. That's probably how I'm going to see it. If the manager continues like this, I can't see him lasting long. The issue I have is that we've signed players based on this manager's system. If we revert to a 4-3-3, people, what's going to happen to our 10s? The 100 10s that we got. Xerxes, Mount, Cunha. Apparently Bruno's come out, guys, and he said that the referee barging him did affect him. And that's really sad. If our captain is coming out saying that the man that referee walking into him shoulder to shoulder affected him and affected the way he took the penalty, then that shows weak mentality for me. That's what I'm going to say. Anyway, yeah, Milton, he missed completely. Kind of C says, I'm worried the manager is still here. Not that he is under pressure now. I'm worried, kind of see that the way the owners are speaking, it sounds as if they're willing to give this manager to the end of the year, regardless of what happens. So as long as we don't get relegated, i.e. if we finish 15th again, they're sounding like they're going to still give him the whole year. And that is absolutely scary. I know we need midfielders, people. I know we need midfielders, but the question will always be, does this manager need to do better with what he has? Yes, you do need a new midfield, but with the midfield, with the attack and defense you currently have, should you be doing better? That's going to be the question. Niche fan says he moves Mount around more than Maguire, more than Magnus Carlsen moves his queen around in chess. Ha! That's funny. And it's so sad, bro, to see every manager love Mason Mount, the one player that a lot of us can see that he's not good enough. I don't understand the love that both Ten Hag and Amorim and these little quirky foreign managers have for Mason Mount, bro. The likes of Mason Mount, the likes of Bruno and these guys, they're going to be our downfall. They're going to be our downfall. The manager's constant playing of Bruno, both the managers, Ten Hag died on that Mount sword, and Amorim will die on the Mount sword too. 20th century football, big up yourself, bro. Big up yourself. Yeah, long season, man. Long season. Bro, 20th century football, bro. Let me know, man. What are you saying about the game, my G? What are you saying about the game, man? Because I'm not going to lie, bro. I'm mentally exhausted. I'm frustrated, man. And I'm tired already. The season has just started. The season has just started and I'm already tired, man. I'm already tired. Says, get me Xavi. The thing is, we bought so many 10s there for this manager. We got Xerxes, we got Mount, we got Cunha, we got Mbumo now. We got Ahmad who can play there. And you're telling me we still can't score. All of these 10s that we bought this manager, and this man can't find a way to play with these guys and to score goals. Like, are we smoking that Vancouver stuff? Is he smoking the Vancouver stuff? I don't get it. Turkish says Amorim is getting this whole season. They've bet everything on him. Yeah. Guys, unless Amorim gets relegated, he might get the whole season. He might get the whole season. The club said 2028 United will win. This season, you've got to climb from 15th We're already 16th, guys. Long season ahead. Big up 20th century football, though. Let's be honest, even if we get Baleba this window, we will still be losing because of Bruno. 20th century. I think I've got to the point where we've now seen the likes of Cunha and Mbumo and Sesko a little bit in this system. And we're only slightly better. And these guys are the best of the... These tens, yeah, are apparently the best of the best out there in the league. And we're only slightly better. People think with Baleba and Wharton in our midfield, we're going to go from here to here. No, based on the fact that we've changed our attack, yeah, and we're only slightly better. I think if we change our midfield, we will also be slightly better. And the reason why we'll only be slightly better is because of the manager. I think the manager is holding us back. I think the players are good enough, but the manager is now holding us back. I hope I'm wrong. I really hope I'm wrong. The ref might have just brushed Bruno with so much experience that Bruno has. Yeah, Milton, I don't understand why it's like, are you telling me that you missed a penalty and you were so triggered that by a referee just brushing past you? Like, do you know how unstable you are as a footballer, yeah, to let that affect you? Do you know how unstable Bruno got sent off, yeah, 3 times in the space of like a month last season? I keep repeating it. He got sent off 3 times, yeah, 3 red cards last season. He's our captain. Do you know how emotionally unstable you have to be to play the way Bruno plays, petulantly, to have a referee brush past you and like to put you off so badly? For his head wasn't in the game. Maybe Saudi. Maybe some of you guys said the correct thing. Maybe the Saudi situation has turned Bruno's head. Maybe the Saudi situation has got into Bruno's head and stopped him from playing his game today. But then again, I've seen Bruno play these sort of matches regularly last season. How he played today is how he played most of the time last season. And he was still voted our player of the year, ahead of Ahmad and Lenny Yoro. Oh my gosh. Since the start of last season, Genoa are the only other team in Europe's big five leagues failed to score first half goals in the game. Man United. So you're the second worst. Wow. Here's a stat, guys. Here's a stat. Apparently, only Man United and now Genoa are the only 2 football clubs, yeah, this season, since last season, to not have scored first half goals. Or let me just get this right. Man United, yeah, and Genoa are the 2 European teams with the least amount of first half goals since last season. We are the bottom, yeah, of the league out of all the European teams, out of the top 5 leagues. We score the least amount, yeah, of first half goals out of all European clubs in the top 5 leagues. Do you know how crazy that stat is? We don't score goals in the first half. We just don't score goals in general. Do you know how crazy that is? I don't think people understand how crazy that stat is. 29 games, yeah? These are just new stats now being presented to me, guys. 29 games we have failed to score in the first half. 29 games. 29 games. We have failed to score in the first half. That is absolutely insane. This is the first time that Fulham have not lost against Manchester United since 2010 at home. We routinely beat Fulham. One of the reasons why I thought we were going to win this game is because we're now apparently a better team with better players, and we're facing a Fulham team that we routinely beat at Craven Cottage. We beat them, we slapped them, we roughed them up, we punched them right hook, left hook, jab and uppercuts. That's what we do to this team. And this season, we failed to do it. These are facts that I'm presenting to all of you guys in the chat. Facts. This is the second time out of 11 years, that we have failed to win in either one of our 2 opening games. And the last time was 2022 with Ten Hag, I think. So, records galore, guys. Records galore are being broken still by Manchester United, left, right, and centre. The transfer window is still open. But unproven manager. We're getting proven Premier League players and we're giving them to an unproven manager in the Premier League. A manager who plays a quirky, kinky little 3-5-3-1, 3-4-2-1 system. He plays a little kinky system. Unproven in this Premier League, this system. Did well in Portugal. And we're giving this guy all this money. Giving him the keys to the kingdom. Guys, I think that's it for me now, guys. I have to do my match reaction now, people. Kind of see we do have some decent players, but you need a manager that will let them play. Yeah, I'll read the rest of your chat, people. I agree with that. Kind of see. Yeah, it's defo Amrim. Look at Glasner playing the same system with worse players apart from Wharton, Eze, Mateta. Give this squad to Glasner and he would do wonders. 20th century football. Look what Thomas Frank is doing with Tottenham. Thomas Frank doesn't need his own players. Thomas Frank doesn't need to change all 11 players and bring in all 11. Thomas Frank is a manager who can make players better. Get your manager bounce. He's only had 1 or 2 signings and he's already making Tottenham better. This manager has had flipping 7, 8 new signings. If you include the 4 new signings last summer, the defenders that he got, and you include the 3 or 4 signings this summer, this manager's been backed and he still can't improve this team. 20th century says Bruno is in Saudi already. Bro, it looks like his man was there in this game. He wasn't present in the game at all today, Bruno. His performance was shocking today. That's terrible, and we call ourselves the biggest club in the world. Let's be honest, yeah, Ten Hag was a fraud, but we were 4 points off 4th when we sacked him. If we had patience, we could have... Yeah, we'll never know. That's the beauty about this situation. We'll never know, but a lot of people who support Ten Hag have said, listen, you got rid of Ten Hag because you thought you could get better. We've actually got worse. People are not ready to have this conversation. Are people going to be ready to have the conversation of, is Amorim actually better than Ten Hag? I was Ten Hag out. I needed him gone. But very soon, guys, we're going to have this very awkward conversation of, is Amorim actually an improvement on Ten Hag? We're going to have the talk, bro. We're going to have the talk. Ten Hag would not have lost. Tell you what it is about Ten Hag, right? No matter what you say about Ten Hag, right? Ten Hag dropped Højlund when it mattered. We were screaming for Højlund to not play in that FA Cup final. Everyone said Højlund cannot play. He's a disaster. And when it mattered, when he wanted to win, Ten Hag said, fuck my system that I'm trying to implement. I want to win. So I'm going to play the best players. And what did Ten Hag do? Ten Hag played Scott McTominay as a false 9 and dropped Højlund. He wanted to win. He didn't care about playing Højlund and playing his striker and playing his system. He wanted to win. This manager would play his system and do his quirky, kinky shit over playing his best players, over playing the strongest team. For this manager, it's his system and his quirkiness over pragmatism, over winning the game. He's also very defensive and very negative. He plays defenders at wing-back rather than attacking players at wing-back. Should never have taken Ahmad off for Dalot. I don't care if Ahmad's having a bad game. Don't take him off for Dalot. Don't you ever do that. Don't you dare. I'm tired, bro. I'm tired of this shit. Ten Hag would never have lost to Spurs 20th century. I agree. I can't give Amram a full season. It's looking scary, bro. Bro, these guys are backing him with their blood. They've signed some paperwork with their blood on it. Ineos and them man there, it's some blood ties, bro. Blood ties, bro. Something's happened. You know them blood contracts. Milton says, 1, you must have the players who can provide assists and can cross. 2, the strikers who can convert or at least hit the target. Big up Duke. Is that Duke Nugan? Sorry for mispronouncing your name, bro. But welcome to the chat, man. Welcome to the channel. Smash a like, everybody, if you're in. Subscribe if you're new as well. Duke says Dallo and Bruno out, please. I agree with you, Duke. 100%, my guy. 100%. I think most people now agree with you. But this manager, as you can see, loves them both. So we're going to keep seeing them both all season, guys. So get ready. Get ready, people. Brace yourselves. 20th Century says we should have taken the hit and sacked Amorim after the final when we offered it and gotten Glasner. The improvements we would see would be just like Spurs. 20th Century, man, don't say these things, bro, because it's just pissing me off, man. Amorim, yeah, he's one of the only managers I've known in my life that came out to the public and said, I offered my resignation. No manager who wants to fight for the club. And thing is, these guys will say these guys will talk about players who don't want to fight for the badge. Fight for the badge. Fight for the badge. What manager says, I give up, I resign? He's literally saying he gave up. He didn't want to do this anymore. He wanted to resign. He offered up his resignation. He quitted. And we talked him out of it. He basically told us to our face that he quitted. He's a quitter and he gave up. He wasn't going to fight for no badge. Yet we still sing his name, bro. We sing his name. Like this man didn't officially come out and said he quit his job. But we talked him out of it. Like, and kind of C says, United fans turn their nose up at Frank. How can you turn your nose up at Frank, bro? Frank. Why? Because you got your quirky little foreign manager with Amorim. Anyway, as bad as Ten Hag was, he knew how to fight ugly. This guy is afraid his hair might get messed up. I agree, kind of C. More like blood clot ties. More like bomber clot ties. What about blood clot ties? Man, cha. Them that boy them. Them I sign them name pan paper with blood. Them now gonna sack this manager. Which part? Them now gonna sack him. He must stay to the end of the season. Anyway, guys, big up yourselves, big up the chat. This time I'm definitely gone. It's been a very disappointing match, but you guys in the stream, in the chat, have made it more bearable. More bearable, people. Big up the chat. We will be live tomorrow at 7:15, 7 o'clock, our usual time, with any transfer news or any news at all. Like I said, I will try to do the tactical analysis and put it up tomorrow as well. It's going to be very interesting how I look at the game and how I analyze this one, people. So big up the chat. Please, guys, to smash a like. If you could close after the live goes off air, if you guys can jump back on the stream and just leave a little comment on the stream as well, just good stream or whatever it is, just to boost the numbers, because like I keep saying, this is a good channel. It's got a good community and it's a good chat. There's some good vibes here and it could get bigger. We've gone from 260 subscribers to almost 500 in the space of a month, and we can continue to grow. So keep pushing, people. Big up the chat, big up everyone who's taken part, who's jumped in, who's liked the video, who's commented, who's shared. I appreciate everything. It's a shame that it's these situations, bro. We didn't win the game. It's a shame, but we keep going, man. We keep moving. So big up everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Enjoy the bank holiday if you are in the UK, and I will see all of you guys next time. Watch out for the match reaction as well, guys. It will be